Oh, okay.
So you talk like this the entire time, darling. Yeah. Nigel Thornberry.
Because if I played him, he would be dead.
Oh, okay.
Well, not by my fault. Just
Yeah, I mean, Amber almost died.
yeah, that's what I mean.
In the very first combat of the group session.
Yeah.
Since then, almost every other combat encounter where everybody's been like, just back away slowly. Back away slowly. It's been weird and fun because, well, let's just go over a whole 5-session recap real quick as to roughly when you had your little intermission. You all came in, you shook the hand of the woman, you took the quest, came to the hot land. Remember that person, you know, that said that Clive and Icareth were a gay couple? Well, that's now your guide. Despite the fact that, like, almost everyone was like, nah, I don't trust her. So she can guide us. Don't worry about it.
She's amazing. I love her.
There was then the fight with the big Gorillon thing that almost sent Amber to the spectator screen. So soon. Pardon me. That then went how it went. He's done a little bit more camping. The weather picked up quite horribly for a while. It was very mucky, very muggy. You started taking dehydration and exhaustion due to how dehydrated you were. And it had not rained in days, and then it finally rained, and everybody was like so happy. In that time, Amber's hat got stolen at the end of last session while she decided it was a good idea to wash in the river, because Ruby's clearly never seen any horror movie ever where there's a river and naked women who need to shower. Their clothes always get stolen.
This happened because Amber did not want Brutus to come watch her.
Well,
And Brutus is a voyeur.
Yeah.
Oh, we're worried about Brutus, but not Fool Rail watching? I feel like we have our priorities not set correctly.
Listen, right, you were just there. You were just there, like, existing.
You were not well at that point. You were exhausted.
Yeah. So you did take a point of exhaustion. I completely fucked you. You completely failed your DC 5 Constitution saving throw.
Awesome.
But yeah,
One thing remains consistent throughout the campaigns.
Yeah.
Yeah.
few and far between, but they happen. And as I remember and recall from everything that happened upon the previous day, you have all taken your 8-hour long rest to arise here in the camp. For it, because you weren't here, Quint, at the top, you're always going to see Chilton Peninsula and camping outdoor. You're free to always click between them to see what's going on. So it's going to make it a lot... We spend an awful lot of time at camp. It's like Baldur's Gate 3 early game. You spend an awful lot of time doing long rests.
I love Baldur's Gate 3.
But...
You sound like you do, yeah.
Before we set out...
We're not setting out yet, but yeah.
Oh, okay. Before we set out, as we're sort of like getting together at the start of the day, and making sure that the guide is not really close enough to hear, Aziri will sort of like gesture and gather the rest of the guys around, type thing, so that like obviously she can talk to them all, ostensibly without the guide hearing us, type thing. And she'll just go, I felt it best if I just raised something. I don't know why we're going to this place, Mizo, but I was talking to the guide a couple of days ago, and she said that it's not a full city now. It was destroyed by plague, some kind of plague, and she sort of like looks at everyone and goes, "Some of us," and she points to herself and to Clive and to Itchy, and says, "We have some recent experience with plague areas. I don't know about you, but if it has been destroyed by plague, we need to be sort of like really careful about what we do there and stuff. Is that why you chose it?" And she looks at it's been Amber and Hurl when she says that. Is that why you chose to go there? Did you know it was affected by plague?
I don't I don't think that was the reason why. I don't think we're inclined on going and getting ourselves killed with some random disease, but I agree that we probably should be careful about it.
If that's the case, all we our experience said is be careful of what you eat and what you drink in those places, and don't let things bite you. Sort of thing.
If
And
anyone
obviously don't go-
diseased touches me, I'll lose my mind.
So yeah, that's just something to bear in mind.
You've been speaking about this. Icareth has been standing there with a nice looking hat. We're gonna put that in italics when I say it though, like hat.
The hat was put on the top of Amber's tent. I don't have it anymore.
I thought you had it. Well, yeah, Amber is you've heard all this and you've been coming out on top of your tent. There's just been a makeshift hat of monkey skins.
Gross.
And it has the enchantment of plus 18 AC.
But it also gives you a negative 18 to AC as well whenever you're in jungles or the material plane.
Okay,
And it counts double if you're in both.
exactly.
But then it multiplies by 0 if it was made by a party member.
Yeah.
Which means that you just get the 18 plus.
Multiplied by 0 means 0.
I thought it was only about the negative.
God, I love stupid pedantics. They're just wasting time.
What are we here for anyway?
These have just woke up. You were on the final watch.
I will find the head and just put it on. Well, I don't know where this came from, but I'll take it.
I really lost the party token there. It got so scared. I'm gonna give it 5 foot of dim yellow light just for my own safety now. I'm gonna give it 1 foot of dim yellow light. There we go. Now I always know where it is on the map. So yeah, as you are setting up, is there anybody got anything else they wish to accomplish with this evening? Because it is evening. You called it an early night due to the dehydrations.
Evening sounds like the perfect time to hunt seagulls.
Seagulls are not active during the night, Fox.
Yeah, they're sleeping. Easier targets.
It's always a surprise with this guy, isn't it?
Fucking is.
I love the absolute deflating sounds.
Oh, by the end of this, I'm gonna be like in a mental home.
So
hopefully.
this time I'll be hunting with the sling. Should
Oh,
I roll for survival?
we're switching it up, are we?
Yeah, that's what the 2 is for. I rolled on the D2.
You fucking rolling for what you're gonna use.
My guy has a rolling table for his weapon to hunt seagulls.
As I've stated, they are asleep by very tall trees. So finding them whilst they are asleep is quite hard. Once it turns daytime, you certainly can. Can you? Yes.
Never mind, actually.
No.
I won't do a thing unless Ichi will ask him to.
Is it still really hot, or is that cooled down?
It's cooled down enough now. It's still like quite hot, but it's not exceedingly hot.
Scottish.
Yeah.
You know that seagulls have their nests on the ground, right?
Not where I'm from. They don't. They nest on our fucking houses.
Okay, but not in trees. Usually it's on rocks, but I guess on houses also works.
Sounds like he's trying to gaslight you.
Who is trying to gaslight who here?
Gaslighting isn't real. I'm sorry.
I mean, Vox is right, but it still sounds like he's trying to gaslight you.
These colonies are often located on cliffs and islands, secluded beaches away from potential predators. I guess I'll need to roll to see if they think Vox. Nah, they don't think Vox is a predator yet.
No, they would. They would.
He's a predator,
Seen his
right?
church
He's not a
history.
single one.
You haven't seen his blonde hair and blue eyes.
But they've seen his church history.
Should I roll for survival to hunt, or?
I'm gonna say no and stick to my previous that they are asleep
Okay.
right now. So once
And
it
they cast
turns
invisibility
daytime,
before they go to sleep. I guess.
once it turns daytime, sure. But right now, they are asleep, and I don't know if you live anywhere close to seagulls. I do. Yeah, if I could move house, I fucking would. Or if I could just shoot the fucking bastards, I would. But that's illegal, and they're protected. Is there anything else anybody wishes to do before you head out on the next leg of this journey? And by next leg, I mean next 2 rolls.
Not that I can think of. I'm taking a small bit of a backseat for recent events because I've been gone for a little bit, so I'm testing the
ask
waters.
who made my head.
Ichvirath will say, well, it was not very good. I'm not a professional craftsman, but it was me, since you lost your previous one.
Well, thank you very much, my friend. I don't know what I owe it to you.
Real.
Nothing at all.
Well, thank you very
It was
much.
my pleasure.
He's going to start a new type of capitalism where the
I know.
fucking payment is seagulls.
But yeah, as you are discussing all this, and as the guide starts to pack things up, he goes back into the camp, looks at everybody. We can try for 2 hexes today if you'd like. Wait, that's very meta! We can try to move on a faster pace today if you'd like. We technically have the whole day ahead of us.
I suppose it would be a good move, but you don't like hearing me speak, so I want to hear what the rest has to say.
I was going to do a Smiles voice. That was sorry.
That was not.
Clive will sign. Let's make a run for it. Let's just go.
Yeah, he
Ichvirath
speaks for all
will
of us.
translate. He
don't
agrees to go faster.
Okay, then we will try. We'll try our hardest. Could someone
No way.
roll me 1d47, please?
B47?
It's weather. It's weather. 25.
Whether or not what? Like what weather? What's the options between weather?
Yeah. We get a joke. Right?
Yeah.
No, it's cooling down. The wind is quite nice in that regard. No extreme weathers today. As you start the leg of your journey, I will follow the little path that we have set. You start to move, and as you move, you are making very good time. Like, very, very good time. Nothing seems to be stopping you in any way. It's all rather quite nice. As you start to move deeper into the jungle and away from the river once more, you can hear the monkeys and the little insects and such go, and you hear all manner of strange and wonderful. Wow.
I don't know why my first thought with Tomb of Annihilation is that it was going to be like an inside dungeon crawl We are not inside.
Maybe because it's called a tomb.
Probably.
Yeah, that would make sense.
Ladies and gentlemen, we've just got something a little bit, We've hit something on the roll table that only shows up, once. You'll have to give me a moment to see what... Yeah, of the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8... Of the 10 sets of D100 I can roll, this shows up once.
We're so special.
Yeah.
Hey, that's me.
Special ed.
Okay.
That's what Vox gets told every day.
No, I think that's what Vox tells children. I'd be surprised if he was allowed within 5 miles of a preschool.
I think Vox should be allowed to be near children.
Yeah, exactly.
That would be nice.
I think of Vox near children, and I think of that one clip from House MD where he's like, "Do you have hair in your special place?"
What the fuck?
House is great. For all the wrong
God, I love
reasons,
that
of
show.
course.
I picked it back up. I'm like on season 6 or 7 right now. It's so good.
Cool, 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 cool. Cool, 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 cool. Cool. Nice. Sweet. Oh, just view here for more information, okay? Just don't give me more information. This is nice. Okay, so...
I think one of my favorite descriptions from when we were playing Descent into Avernus was, I think when Matthew said, watching group near tourists, like putting Dr. Sean Murphy and Gregory House in a room together and seeing if they can win a contest and who can be more...
I love how you cut out like
They're
every
all of that.
single keyword. Yeah, like every single keyword
Okay.
cut out.
That was so fucked up. You said something... Here, let me actually leave call and rejoin, because that typically fixes it. How sweet.
There you go.
But no, you made a comment while we were doing Descent into Avernus, and it was like, watching Rupert and Farsville coexist with one another is kind of like putting Dr. Gregory House and Dr. Sean Murphy in a room together and seeing who can win the contest for being more autistic.
Yeah, no, that tracks.
So, as yous are traveling, yeah, there's a lot for that, like 3 whole pages plus. As yous are traveling through, hear all the noises and such, you start to hear familiar noises that you are not making. You hear the snapping of trees, some grunting, and some screams. I'm gonna ask for a D100, please, from one person. Anybody? So it's the party token's 32 because Gark keeps rolling privately.
You know, out of all those things, I think I'm the least happy about the distant grunting. I don't know how happy I am about that.
Inky sex.
I don't know if Vox could have sex.
That's hateful, I love it.
Why am I being bullied?
I just got one of those faces, buddy.
Yeah. I wonder why, you know.
Hey man, he bullies the minorities, I've gotta bully him. It keeps the world in order.
Did you just say he believes in minorities, so you need to bully him?
No, he bullies minorities.
I'm the minority
which
fighting
one?
back, right?
Like which one?
I don't know, you tell me.
Yeah, pick a minority.
Pick
I
one
don't know
and stick
either.
to it.
Sweet, I got more fucking rolls.
Wait, hold on. You said I have to stick to one? I can't even diversify a little?
Well, forced diversity, I see how it is.
Everyone's going woke, even Scott's games.
I came here for some good old-fashioned pre-2005 MTV content. And here we are. Woke. This disturbs me
We should
greatly.
go back to the times where it was just racism and health.
Yeah, we should go back to that.
Hi
Every single
MTV,
time.
welcome to my crib.
If we were all
Maybe.
guys, I'm playing it on the woke mob.
Make D&D racist again.
I don't know. I think we're doing a pretty good job of that.
Yeah.
Takes a lot of effort, what can I say?
Signs the word tiefling and spits on the floor.
Why did you just say tiefling, tiefling?
Cool.
It's like
Oh,
Beetlejuice,
blood.
you know? If you say it 3 times,
So-
tiefling show.
We've used a lot of devil spawn recently. Not enough foul bloods. All right, we need to get more creative. We need more diversity.
Quiet mudblood. I don't know what that means. I'm pretty sure it's from Harry Potter, and I
That is
don't
from
care.
Harry Potter.
Yeah.
So now that we
I
are
don't know. I don't
here,
read turf books.
hear the snapping of what sounds like branches, some grunting and some shouting. You can hear the sounds of combat as you watch. Your guide, however, she seems to give very little fucks and continues to walk on through this dense jungle as you're hearing this like, ugh, oh, fuck! Someone is engaged in the art of combat. Somewhere close
Oh,
by.
is that what that was?
Listen, alright, shut up, you get what you get.
I want to say, can I make a perception check to like see what it's
Oh,
fighting?
sure.
Who?
Yeah, sure. The worst that
I'm really
happens is that you roll a nat 1 and we laugh at how negative that modifier is.
Yeah,
I was about to say, why are you rolling for perception? That concerns me.
Offline for me. Could you roll for me, please?
Sure. Perception, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, wow! Wow, nat 20 for 13. Again, for 13.
Yeah, I heard you.
Amazing.
Just making sure everybody's aware. You
What did
chose
you say?
this.
I know. I don't have any regrets.
Not yet.
Glad
yet.
someone said it. But yeah, it sounds like it sounds like small creatures are fighting a human for certain. You reckon potentially
Wait, human or
Go.
humanoid?
human?
Clive will
How do we
sign.
know that?
Clive will sign to Azeri. Should we help for a potential ally?
Prelude.
No.
Shrug. Just sort of shrug and go, oh, we can go look.
Yeah, Clive will go and look if Azeri and other people are joining him. He prefers not to go on his own.
Ich werde is following.
As you move ahead, deeper towards the noises, you see a man fighting off what look like small little demons.
I want one as a pet.
These creatures are about 3 foot tall, and they speak in a dialect you don't quite understand, but they seem to be pointing and moving and almost dancing round this man to try and surround him. They have their spears and their masks on.
Okay, Heart of Darkness. We're not gonna make pets out of the natives. This isn't Congo.
I love racism.
Are they only dancing, or are they also attacking the person?
The man has got a few little cuts on him, and there are some arrows and spears around him, and they are definitely encircling him, some of them are like making noises, like screams and bangs. You watch as like he is turning to see what's going on. It seems almost like a psychological warfare tactic to try and disorientate the target to move in closer.
I don't think that's enough evidence to accuse
Oh.
these goblins.
I'll sign to the two Aasimar that are with me. I'll try and scare them off. Bear tactics, you know. This is gonna go
Well, go
horribly.
ahead.
We have your back.
How are all of these creatures like this, or are there others in different?
They all have like different coloured masks and such, but they all look roughly. They get their little loincloths, their little spears or bows. Give me just straight wisdom. Give me
I
just
don't have
straight
shadow
wisdom,
yet.
Tom.
How tall are they? Like knee height? Like...
3 foot.
Okay.
Their masks all seem to share a similar motif. We'll say.
Okay.
You
So what I mean,
like a crest of such, like a coat of arms type deal. Something very similar ties all these masks together.
So what I'm hearing is they're puntable sized.
Kirk, you wanted to try and scare these little guys? How do you do that out of curiosity? What's the plan here?
He just
Have you,
shows
have, you
his
ever,
face.
have you ever seen one of those videos where people scare off bears? Sorry. What I'm trying to do basically is listen to how, you know, the chanting or singing or whatever the fuck it is that these little things do, and try and kind of mimic that. But Clive has no sense of, you know, grace or dancing or whatever, so he's just going to do it louder in a screeching voice and try and make dancing moves, but really probably just make a fool of himself. But the goal of this tomfoolery is to kind of just scare them off so we don't have to fight them.
What's the closest you would get in terms of feet towards them that you're doing this?
How enshrouded is it? Like shrubberies and stuff? Is it like a little bit of an open field, or like can they see me easily?
They cannot see you easily, no. There are an awful lot of trees around you at this point.
I will get as close as possible. Not as close as possible. I will get close enough so that they can see me and no further.
Okay.
Depends on how they react, obviously. But I don't feel like getting riddled with spears.
Yeah. And you're making no effort to conceal your presence as you do this, yeah? Just getting close and like, "Rrrr."
Yeah, just like singing, but like lots of shouting, lots of erratic movements, banging the chest. Really hope there's no gorillas in the
Did you say
neighborhood.
just lots of erotic movement?
Erratic.
I'll move up, so I'm like constantly 5 feet behind.
Okay.
I'm gonna shag these goblins.
Go ahead and make for me a either performance or intimidation check.
I'll go for intimidation. Okay.
Yep.
Do I have inspiration from Itchy? Because of this
Technically.
whole little song he does every now and then.
Technically, yeah.
There we go.
Nice. You come in and start giving it the full Wookiee, if you will. You watch as like all the little goblins turn. As they do, they see you. Behind you, they see. I'm going to use a term. I'm just going to use Buff Dad as a great example here. Aziri just standing there, like just as wide with no armor. As the little goblins look at you and they start to say some stuff in their Goblinese language before they immediately start to run off. As the little goblins run off, however, you see a man standing there with a dagger in hand as he looks at you. Oh, Thank you. You've done a great service to me. I feared I would perish.
I like his accent. Clive will step forward and sign, you okay? Like hurt? Sick? On the brink of death? Do you speak sign language at all? He signs? Looking hopeful.
He kind of looks at you. My friend, I've encountered your type before, but I'm yet to learn your language. I do, however,
sorry.
have time.
Sign. What do you mean, my type?
This is Clive. He's asking if you're hurt, or if you need any help, or if you're ill, or anything along those lines, or if you need help.
Or if you're ill.
See, takes a step forward. Yeah, brush it off. I'm fine. Name's Artus Cimber. Not from around these parts, and I don't speak sign. But I'm fine. Ish.
Are you sure you're not? You sure your name's not Chappie?
Huh?
Sorry, your accent just reminds me of something.
What did you ask, Tom? What did you ask?
Because his name's not Chappie.
Oh. He's got a friend called Ninja, don't worry.
Clive will sign. We're not from around here either. Maybe a good idea if you travel with us? Question mark. There's a lot of things we can talk about here, but we need to get moving as well.
Well, he's asking if you want to join us for a bit. We're not around here. We're heading someplace, and she sort of gestures off. That way we're following it. We've got a guide there. But if you want to tag along for a bit and get your bearings, or you need any assistance, there's more of us. And she turns around and gestures. This is the rest of most of our party here. We got Itchy, got Amber, and we got Purell. And she sort of like gestures to the rest of the party who are still behind us.
Brutus isn't important.
Damn right he isn't. As he looks at you, isn't. What, alright? Where are you headed exactly? Our paths may be crossing.
Paths will cross for a long time if you come with us, but Clive will point towards Celida.
If you're going to the auntie, you found her. She kind of looks at her. What?
Clive will look at Artus. Go, huh?
I'll see you, Auntie.
We are heading to Mesro, to answer your question.
Oh, my wife's from Misra. Oh,
Oh shit!
What's
he's
left
not
of it?
single. Did he say, or what's left of her?
what's left of it?
Oh, it. Okay, Mesra. Okay.
What's your intentions with Mesra?
We are looking for the source of the death curse, or whatever it's called nowadays. And Mesro seems like it's wiped out by a plague of some sort, so that could be a great start.
Mesra was destroyed by the spell plague. Different type of plague.
I'm thinking a lot of plagues can mutate from each other, but
No.
we didn't know where else to start, so...
Spell plague was magic, but 150 years ago. So, not the type of plague that you know, points towards Clive. Not that type. But
He keeps insinuating your type, that type.
this time he's talking about the plague specifically.
Oh, I
As-
forget how he said, I've encountered your type.
You can stew on that as much as you want.
Also, because Clive isn't stupid. When he said Yuan-Ti,
Oh.
did Clive notice Scylla like shifting or moving or whatever? Or was that on accident, you moving a token?
I just moved the token, just to
Okay.
bring her in.
Never mind then.
But I will say, as he says that, you do kind of like sees her eye kind of like narrows a little bit. As for yourself, you know she's a Yuan-Ti because she's basically outright told you the things she can do and the things she's have learnt. In the case of Brutus, Hurrell, and Amber, you know, she's very much human by all other aspects. I will say, however, you note that this man just simply had to gaze upon her for a second to know.
Clive knew she was a little odd, but I don't think he knew of Yuan-Ti, like the term.
Maybe not the term, yeah, but you have dealt with them before, very similar.
Yeah, but it's good to know now what they are called in case.
Is this guy sort of like wearing tatters or like very bedraggled, or is he like looking quite comfortable in his gear and stuff?
Exactly like the image, he seems perfectly fine. Here's the weirder part. As yous have gotten closer to him, has gotten colder. And not like, oh, it's a little bit colder, someone's turned the thermostat. No. We went from about 40, what was that number there? We went from about... from 50 Fahrenheit to like 40 Fahrenheit. In the space
What
of
is
like
that in normal
30.
people you?
From about 30 to 5.
Oh. Well, that's fun.
The wind change
No,
around it. Okay.
it's just quite cold around him, and the image that the book provides is exactly what he's wearing, and he is in layers. There's quite a few layers on this man.
Clive will approach his
Gets colder again.
Translator is unfortunately BRB, and he'll hold out his hand with his right hand, and with his left hand, thumbs to the back, the motion of "come with us" or something. Hopefully, you understand what I mean.
Z looks at us and you're headed to Misru. I'll come with. Maybe find my wife, and we could big party together for a time at least.
Gives two thumbs up and a smile, revealing his crooked black teeth.
Ich will translate. He says he thinks that's a good idea.
He didn't sign anything.
2 thumbs up is also a sign. Just different type.
Yeah, but I don't want you to translate that and then say like, "Oh, he wants a carnal relation with you." He's
Would be funny though.
The cold won't bother. Or what's that frozen
Can
one?
I-
Cold never really
Cold
mattered.
never really bothered me anyway.
Oh yeah, there we go.
Can
He's the Elsa to my Anna.
They were sisters.
I've never seen the movie. I don't fucking know what happened. I know there's a snowman, and there is a joke about his nose being a penis.
Why is that the only thing you know about that movie?
Because that is the only thing garbage into.
Like, realistically speaking, why do you think? What the fuck? You know me.
Because that's the only thing Garg is interested in.
Yeah.
Penis.
Could I ask the guide what she think of him?
Sure, as soon as I roll up something that isn't a fucking dinosaur! Like, I got Stegosaurus 4 times! The fuck?
It turns out he is a dinosaur.
Exactly.
Oh.
Which
Be in dinosaur country. You ain't in dinosaur country, buddy. Not anymore. This is not Kansas anymore. But as you speak to your guide and ask, what exactly do you ask specifically, out of curiosity? Just so I am aware of the exact words that you use.
I kind of want to make it like quietly, like kind of whispered, like, what do you think of him? He's a peculiar character.
He fought the Balato. So
What now?
he's fine by my books.
You fought the what now?
Really? They put this in fucking alphabetical order? Really?
Yeah.
It was... I'm just going to go to the book at this point and go to the very front. Like, the word was right there. It was on the image and everything, Matthew. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, sorry. The Batiri. He fought the Batiri and survived. That says something about him.
Would
He
I
had a
know-
battery and he survived the battery?
Batiri.
Would I know what the battery is?
I will say you can put 2 and 2 together.
I just
Well, I don't know shit
Star Wars.
about it. So like, what could I put together?
That you saw him fighting those strange little goblinoids.
Oh, those guys.
I don't know, that seems like a lot to put together for Ruby.
Good point.
Shut the.
Good point.
Oh, he fought this guy. Is it because he fought in a war which his clothes give out? Because he's cold? Because he can tell that it's Guanti? Or because he's fought little goblins that I already forgot about because they're so unimpactful?
He didn't fight anything. Clive danced them away. He did that fucking.
There was no fighting going on.
Oh,
There was
and I
a
need to
dance
add-
battle.
I need to add another thing to the party token real quick, because technically speaking, this guy joined the party.
I thought you were gonna
Yes,
add a
did he?
fucking dinosaur to it.
No, Artus... yeah?
While they're talking, is there what's sort of the range of the coldness? Could like Azuri will sort of like start trying to test when you start to like really notice it. And if it gets the closer you get to him, the colder it gets, or if it's just sort of like a barrier of not cold, colder, not cold, colder type thing.
So this has a very, very wide range. But the temp... So I'll say, due to how this reads, the temperature is anything but it's a 120 foot radius. But the degree of inclination has... Like the amount that the temperature has been brought down with every foot is really minuscule. But since you're now this close to him and you've been standing there for a moment, like, it has become noticeable as you're taking in colder breaths. But it is out to, you're technically out to 120 feet.
Cool.
But as Artus Cimber, Artus, technically joins the party for now.
Hell yeah, brother.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, brother.
As the guide heads on out. You know, twice I forgot to make the survival check to see whether or not we actually end up on target. That's fine. That's fine, yeah. We end up on target. She has a decent enough DC to it. Cool. That could have been real fun. Still following the path, which is good. As you are moving through deeper into the territory, and you're hearing a lot more scrapes and bangs as the guide is kind of walking. We're in undead territory now. Expect to find lots of undead creatures around.
Okay.
Move further along, you start to see bones. You start to see a manner of grim, macabre shit. Skulls that seem to be pressed into the ground. There are yellowed bones. There are still pieces of bodies with rotted, decayed flesh as insects crawl through. As Artus kind of looks around, and the undead have taken a toll on here, clearly. There's a thing I'm looking for here as well for everybody. Hiya! As you are looking around in this regard here, however, I'm a request that everybody makes a little perception check.
Yay.
I'm gonna roll for Brutus, and Hurrell, it's your time looking around and noticing all the little things to latch on to, and Aziri, it's your time on the farm as you look round at this, what would technically be classed as extremely fertile soil. Just gonna point that out there. You both notice a backpack that seems to just be partially buried. Most people seem to move over it, but we'll say Brutus kind of trips over it a little, and as he does, you know, and in Pepsi's own words, you don't pay me to speak, but you just notice as he trips over this bag.
Is it like out of the ground enough where I can just walk over and pull it out, or is it like something you'd have to dig out?
It's a bomb.
It's like a strap. You could easily tug it out if you wished. Poor choice of words. You could easily pull it out. Worst choice of words. You could easily dig it out if you wish.
Can I like investigate it to see if it's like trapped or something, or like some sort of
Sure.
would that be investigation?
Yeah.
Wow.
Azuri will offer you a shovel.
Okay. How sweet. Wow.
Hey, it's an improvement.
At that point there, you
It's
put
an
the shovel in, you hear a little tink, you just hear a guy shouting, "Get down!" as it goes in slow motion and blows up. Yeah. You break dirt with the shovel. Yeah. You pop out this backpack. It's a relatively fine backpack. It is quite fresh, we'll say. Whoever has lost this backpack lost it probably within the last year or so.
Well, finders keepers is mine now. I want to look through it.
Azuri will whisper, "Can I have my shovel back? It was my dad's."
Krill just sort of like looks over and like with a glance just sort of tosses it back and then continues looking through it.
Roll a D100.
Not again. Oh.
Loving this roll table shit. 74. Nice.
Listen, that bag of devouring last campaign was the hardest clutch I have ever done in my life. I cannot do that shit again.
This is not a push. This is not a bag of devouring. Don't worry.
We spent 30 minutes trying to figure out how to get Box out of that bag, only for me to roll a nat 20. That shit was insane.
Yes.
You find a.
Thanks again for that.
No problem, man.
find a red potion. A
Oh yeah.
rather thin vial of it. It seems to pulse with a almost rhythmic heartbeat.
Earl sort of like
It gives off a
picks it up
dull
between
light.
his fingers and sort of like tilts it. He gives it like a little flick of his nails and watches it. It's like, well, I mean, I guess it has to be worth something. And he sort of turns with it still in his hand towards Ziri. What is this? Is this? I'm assuming it's some sort of potion, right?
Oh.
I don't know why I asked you.
Chance I could have a look for you.
Does it smell
Really?
funny? Maybe it's perfume.
I haven't tried. And Hura will sort of like gingerly give it to Amber.
Arcana?
Sure.
Is there any identification on the bag? Like, is it like symbols or monikers, something like that, like initials?
We're so fucking stupid. Tom has to be the first person to go. Is there a label on it?
There is a label, yeah.
Oh my god.
There is.
Warning, do not open this door.
IED.
Yeah.
It's not so much a label, it's a logo. The logo is a little gear with a hammer on one end, a spanner on the other, creating a cross through the circle, and the letter.
I was just about to say, oh god, the communists found the potions.
It's a hammer and a spanner, a hammer and a spanner!
Oh, jeez.
And a little letter K in the middle with a hex pattern in the background of the circle.
Oh god, it's Jace Talos.
It's got its hex tech.
Is there an image to show? Because I don't know.
No. If you look at the Artificer logo and replace the potion with a little K, and behind that add very thin hexed lines.
So what does my Arcana check give me?
Oh,
It's magic.
No way.
Could also have been a concoction of things to make a bioluminescent glow stick, for all you know.
The urge to drink it.
Clive will walk up, sign what's his name again? Arthur?
Artus.
Artus. Artus could tell disguise Yuan-Ti from a single glance. Maybe he knows?
Oh, I mean, those are tools, so maybe it's some kind of like oil.
Huh? Maybe we should
Well,
just
if
drink.
you look at the symbol, there are tools. Maybe it's like oil them.
Could I ask the guide if she knows anything?
We're not asking much. Dude.
Do you ask her and she looks at it? That there is a potion.
Which perchance now what kind of potion?
The drinkable kind that clearly illuminates things.
I'm so fucking
Well,
tired.
thank you very much.
To know what
If
type
any
of
of you
potion
drink
it
that
is,
thing-
you would need to use magic or drink it. And
If
I'm not for drinking things you found in the ground. You don't pay
if
me
any
for
of
that.
you drink that thing and something terrible happens to you, I am not liable.
Well, would you want? I was gonna offer you the potion back there, Zoro. If you want it, you found it, so I think it's yours. But if you want me to keep it and experiment with it, I'm more than glad to do so.
We'll once again point towards the dude who probably knows magic a lot.
We just met this man. Are we really so quick to trust him with the things that we found?
You've invited me to your party?
He'll sign it as a potion, not a fucking nuclear bomb.
Who knows? Maybe it's a Molotov cocktail.
Am I to get this right that you're forthcoming with information, but not with items that you found on the ground? Am I to get that correct?
I mean,
Does Arthur
I
say
guess.
this?
Yes.
Oh,
I mean, I suppose we can let him take a look. And Huro sort of gives like a little wave his hand towards Amber, who I assume still has it. So
I'll show the potion to the Frost Maiden.
See, looks at it. Very powerful potion, this is. He then walks over to her and like just places it in your bag. I recommend you keep a hold of that. And she then whispers into your ear, Horel, exactly what it is.
I love our NPCs that know a lot more about the world than we do, and we just make them do everything.
Oh no, if you knew half the shit that I know about this guy from this one page.
Oh my god. It's like
I'm really
the
scared.
NPCs, but the good version.
I thought this guy was gonna like lean into my ear and be like, "I know what you want."
I know what you done last weekend. I know what you done last summer.
I know what you are. You're an homosexual.
I've DM'd you as a whisper on the tabletop. I hope you see it.
Oh, I do see it. Yep.
Are you
When he gets close, if I were watching him, does he sort of like touch her at all?
Like touch
Like,
Hurl?
hand on her arm. Sorry, touch her. Sorry. Does he reach out and touch her when he whispers to them?
Let me play this back in my head. He, in this point, if he's putting it in the bag, I would say he's technically behind Hurel, so he would just kind of say it to like the back of Hurel's ear, but move a hand kind of in front so that way he's blocking his mouth as he does it. Doesn't necessarily contact Hurel, with hands or touch, but Hurel, it does get quite chilly.
Does he leave room for Jesus?
Just getting into it.
Yeah. This man's married. All right, this man is married.
Not for long. No, when I'm done with him.
might be an open relation, you know?
Oh my god.
I don't know. Huro seems like a homewrecker type, so we'll see
He's
how
a
this goes.
horror.
Yeah.
Remember that time when I'm married was a good enough excuse not to do anything? God, I miss 2010.
I miss decent people.
Now they're letting them damn queers marrying each other. Marriage don't mean nothing anymore.
Oh, we're gonna hell.
Oh,
We just came back.
But yeah, there is no contact made upon this whisper. As he imparts this information to Hurel, and then proceeds to kind of turn his back and look in the direction you were going.
Aziri will point to the bag that Huro found it in and go, "That's not the person you're looking for's bag, is it?"
I highly doubt it. It's not of the ornate sort of thing that she would enjoy, I don't think. I don't have any reason to believe that she'd be carrying around something like this.
Why is Tom's character the smartest out of all of us?
I don't know, Ruby. Maybe you should play your smart character smarter.
Well, I just lack the intelligence to play a intelligence 15 character.
Intelligence 20 character, intelligence 9 player.
Ruby,
Yeah, exactly.
you lack the intelligence to play an intelligence 10 character.
I'm not.
That's why I play charisma casters, because I'm just so charming.
If that's what's going to help you sleep at night, sure.
That's why I play bad characters.
So Aziri will go. Well, did the person you're looking for come out here on their own, or did they have she gestures towards our guide? Did she have someone guiding her?
As far as I'm aware, she came with a troop of some sort. She was with a group of people. I'm not quite sure who, but I think they were of some sort of noble standing, if I'm correct.
Is there any way to judge how long this bag has been here? Scottish.
Yeah, that's what I say.
Got I would say, looking at it, judging from how this place is and your knowledge of soils and, you know, good temperatures for crops and how that would affect the decay in terms of like composting and such, really just throwing out words here at this point to make it sound believable. About a year, give or take.
Oh, damn.
Like it's still in quite good condition, so maybe it's very good quality, you know, leather. But in like the joints and such, where it starts to thin, that started to fray a fair bit, and you know, you could easily rip it with your fingers with ease.
But if I have to guess, I think that's been here by a few months at least, so it's probably not in that case. Is that right, time-wise?
Yeah, that sounds about correct. I mean, when did your girlfriend go missing again?
How much time has passed since then? Since we've like gotten here.
Shit you not, my G. It's currently day 5.
And what, we spent like a week going to Baldur's Gate.
Yeah, it's about 12 calendar days total.
I'd say, God, maybe a month, maybe?
Well, then this isn't her bag. We deducted. Fair and ass.
Cracking up at Ruby's southern accent.
Yeehaw, brother.
See, I won't lie, I initially thought she was gonna go for like transatlantic, so the
Same.
southern just absolutely hit me in the gut.
Don't worry, I learned what Tom was gonna do, and he told me about it, and I'm like, yeah, you struggle to understand me.
See, I just do my really weirdly shitty, like, English, European, fancy little shit accent.
As you pocket the potion and inspect the bag and proceed to move on some more. You
Can I
eventually...
take the bag?
Yeah, you can take the bag, by all means.
Is there anything else in there?
Just that. Everything else, food-wise, has met the rot. The paper is pulp at this point. The ink has dried. The quills are broken. You're a well-travelled route. Your guide such keeps walking on, and you eventually start to hear, again, apologies, but more grunting. And every now and then,
Orgy in here.
every now and then you kind of hear a act, and
Can I?
Yep.
My interpretation of this. Never mind, it's NSFW. Never mind.
Oh, because that's
where's the
fucking
sound
stopped
coming?
us before.
Could I perception check to see where it's coming from? Yes.
Gark, you were going to say something first?
Well, Amber said the exact same thing I was saying.
You can both do it, or one can give help to the other.
I'll go up to Amber, you know, Mrs. Go-Go Gadget, let's see where it's at, and give her a hand.
It's coming from the west. I'll say west, yeah.
Could I deduct what it is, or...
It sounds like something is flying through the trees.
Oh god, not another seagull.
Is it flying towards us, or away from us, or parallel?
Does it
Parallel.
sound like... Does it sound like something that's being shot or like an animal flying?
Is it
It's-
seagulls?
Definitely sounds like something being shot. It's that like it seems to pass so quickly. Yeah.
It sounds like there's a boomerang flying over our heads kind of thing.
Never had that
That's
happen.
what it
Because
sounds
like
It
an
sounds like a-
arrow, like an arrow or a net or something.
As you just move on a little and you just watch as poof, it drops down in front of you. Seagull.
Is it actually?
It's a sling!
It's a seagull with a arrow straight through it.
Oh.
Well,
Who
Okay.
knew?
you know, I wasn't expecting dinner service this far out into the jungle.
Don't take this one. The arrow might have been poisoned.
Yes,
Hey,
that's the
Unless you
joke was
killed
for
it
here.
yourself, it's not safe.
Could I sneak
Yeah.
up, like, where we hear the arrow sound coming from? Like, where the arrows are being shot, more or less.
Yeah, sure.
You want me to roll stealth?
If you're sneaking, then please.
Oh, great.
You start on moving up and you feel you're being as stealthy as you can, making sure that all your foot movements are perfect as you're looking round and watching the ground. You soon see a man
I
in
message.
a loincloth with an arrow and bow kind of firing wildly into the canopy. And as he fires off another shot, you know, arches back, you can hear that like crack of his shoulders, and he kind of cracks his neck, and as he cracks, he kind of cocks his head, and you swear he winks at you.
God,
You picked
he's
the wrong
horny.
person number to wing to.
Can I follow her?
I wanted to message Brutus to, like, stay close. Because I just remembered that he has leather armor and disadvantage and stuff.
Yeah, let's roll. Okay. Brutus, stealth. Yeah. So as you move on closer, well, say, now that you move in further and further, you can see that there are these huge, and I mean huge, dead dinosaur skeleton in this clearing of tree and branch. I cannot stress enough that the size of one of these skulls is about the length of the entire party. Like,
So, about as big as Matthew's mom.
they are, I'm gonna say, about 25 foot just for the head alone. As Brutus moves in, you know, gets low and says absolutely fucking nothing.
Wow, he's so well behaved today. Maybe I should give him a little treat. There's a guy standing there with a bow and sorry, I'm quickly grabbing food. I apologize. There's a guy standing there with a bow and arrow shooting at you,
Yep.
and he seemed to have seen me.
Certainly an interpretation.
But he doesn't seem to be hostile towards us. He's just kind of hunting seagulls. Correct?
That's what you've seen so far.
Can I just message him? This is God. What the fuck are you doing?
You hit him with that particular message cantrip.
Which god, though? There's so
He
many.
hits back with that almost instantly. Verbally, out loud. God has abandoned us.
Worth a
Now
try.
I'm here.
As we're standing there, Hura will send a message cantrip to Amber and go, "Do you think we can take him?" And then after a second, he pauses and then adds, "In a fight."
I said to him like, well, it was worth a try, I suppose. What? How you doing? And then to Huro, can I like size him up? Like oh, this map is dark, by the way.
Yep, let me fix that. Dun 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 ba ba dum bum. Ba!
Is that him?
That's it. Like I
Can I
said,
size him up?
just a man.
This man. I messaged back. We can take him easily. In a fight too.
As he stands there with all of his dead pigeon. I say dead pigeon, dead seagull. As he looks. So, what brings you here? To the jungles. Not often
We
we
are
get
looking.
your type.
We are looking for some friends of ours.
You'll find no friends in the jungle.
We're also looking for a soulmonger. If you have heard anything about that.
I have one in my pocket. He just looks at you
Okay.
like his hands like shrugging. Do you know what you look for precisely?
Well, we have a few things we're looking for. We're looking for a girl whose name I keep forgetting. For Krissa.
Yes, so.
A girl named Krissa. We're looking for the soulmonger to get rid of the curse, the death curse, whatever. And we're looking for Mesro for because apparently there's something going on with that place.
Ah, I can take you to Mesro. I am from there. I've lived there for about 10 years, give or take. What is
But
your business in Mesro?
Isn't Mesro ruined? Destroyed
One
by
can
the
still live in the ruins. My neighbors are quiet.
Well, I heard a rumor that the ruins are just an illusion. Can you elaborate on any of that?
They are not. I hope my elaboration has helped you today.
Wait, what did he say?
They are not.
Well, I have you seen any girls named Trissa pass by chance?
No, I have not seen any girls named Krisa. I have ever seen a woman.
What kind of woman?
Oh, she was a very inquisitive type, yes. With a sharp intellect and a sharper tongue and a sharper tail. He kind of looks at you and... I ain't gonna do it. But he gives like that, you know... That like purr growl type thing that people do. Yeah, I ain't gonna do it, but he
Oh,
does that.
ew.
And it's a very, very good impression.
It's a roar like that.
Yeah.
Hurl physically, like, grimaces. You could see, like, a shiver run up his spine.
I message you all. Do I kill him?
I would really, really like to.
But
Should we cause commotion in a forest in which there are things, and he sort of gestures out of the skull, this big?
well, you see, these things are dead. They are no longer a problem.
Well, they used to be alive. I don't know. Darling, I don't know if you know this, but things that are dead used to not be dead. And I'd rather not find out where mommy and daddy, or whatever children these things had, ran off to.
Well, bold of you to assume that people have children in 2025. Like, come on, they might have chosen a child through life.
Is this just like vocal conversation?
No, this is in message cantrips. Just back and forth. That's why my voice is not an accent, because like to make the difference. Anyway, I haven't seen anything move like that, and otherwise we would hear it. So I'm not too worried about it. I still want to kill this guy.
I mean, I'm not one to turn down a good kill, so if you want to start this fight, then by all means, that is entirely up to you. I will not stop you. But if something happens, I'm not liable.
You've been having this conversation. Like he's like gotten down, and he's
We're just making very strong eye contact the entire time.
You've been having this conversation. Like he's kind of like gotten down and it's like started like making a little fire and such, and like started laying out his dead seagulls.
Well, again, in message cantrip, we can kill him and steal his food, which I suppose could be economically effective.
Now that's exactly what I was thinking. I'm gonna speak up. Give me your seagulls or we'll kill ya.
Is he gonna stands up? You know I'm open to sharing. You and all your friends back there, you can come along. I will happily give you my seagulls. There is no need for violence here in the jungles of Chult.
I just whistle and like the rest of the party. Guys, we got food. I got us some food for free. Well, thank you, I suppose. I'll take the food.
As all of this has been going on, Gark, Clive...
Should I still translate? He said he did not have time to wipe.
I'm just imagining as all this is going on, Clive's went elsewhere behind a bush and just started squatting.
Sorry, I just overheard something. We are killing this guy because of food. We've got some fucking Third Kingdom type shit. Dude.
No, he was a freak and he has food.
He's a freak.
Yeah.
Our party consists of 60% freaks.
Sexual harassment, Garg.
Panda.
Oh, I didn't overhear everything.
It's like Vox level sexual harassment, okay?
I don't know how to take that because I've never seen Vox verbally or physically sexual harass someone.
Yeah.
What do you mean, yeah?
Did you say yeah?
Well, Clive doesn't know about, neither do I, about what occurred between these three, so he'll just run in and sign, what the fuck are you talking about? And with that, I'm going back to wiping.
This is a conversation that we're all here for. This is something that factually happened.
Is he wiping in character or out of character?
It's worse. It's just worse. But yeah, the man stands there and he looks at you, and he has his, he has his stuff there. Please come. Sit. I have to pluck the feathers from the seagulls, but
I just realized if we killed them, did we get XP?
Do you think a commoner is worth much?
Is he worth any?
I think a
Is he even
commoner
a
is worth
commoner?
like 10. I think a commoner is actively worth 10. What's 10 divided by 6.
Well, if I'm the one going for the kill.
Oh no, experience is shared among 6 regardless, Ruby.
Fuck.
Yeah. Shared
If you want to
among-
make it even worse for Ruby, you could say share between 8, because we currently have 8 members of the party.
Oh yeah, I totally forgot. Your guide is a player character sheet.
But you said they didn't share XP.
I can retcon that, that's fine. I don't think anybody else here would have any issues with that. Only you. Commoners ain't worth shit.
I suppose I sit down and enjoy the meal.
What about everybody else?
How many seagulls are there?
There's about 10.
I guess it's fine to share if there's 10 of them.
The sitting there and plucking them away. That is. So, why are you in the jungles exactly? Looking for a woman, you say?
Can he talk to somebody else? I'm trying to finish my dinner.
No, you engaged this.
Fuck!
My, the consequences of my actions.
Well, I suppose Horror over here can tell the story a lot better. I'm just here to do the work there.
I'm not
One
asking them, I'm
motivation.
asking you. You tried to sneak up on me.
My
You
fries are
done-
cooling off, please.
You then decided that you were going to try and kill me. So therefore, you owed to me to give me this explanation. Or I could just kill you.
Whirl just gives this guy like a raised eyebrow, but you can't really tell that it's raised because, you know, one of his eyes is like technically hidden.
Then raise your other eyebrow.
Then
No,
who
that
wants
one's
to see it
painted
at all? Yeah, Ruby, tell this man the story.
Is this
This is
guy a
helpful.
Charlton?
He looks Chilton. Yeah, that's a horrible way of seeing. Yes, this man is a Chilton native. His accent seems to give it away. That's all I'll say to that. Although there are names at the front just in case, so I might as well familiarise myself with those. Let's go on, Ruby. We're all waiting with bated breath.
Well, we're looking for this girl because she of great importance to my friend, and she is left in the direction of Chult. We don't really know where she is at the moment. But yeah, she's kind of important to us, and that's where we're trying to find her. She allegedly went somewhere into the jungle, and that's where we're looking now.
See, walked around after having plucked the feathers of the seagulls and gutted them. Well, see, this probably takes about an hour or so. Yeah, I clicked the wrong one, of course. They're all there, and you say this as they cook. A important person to you has came to the jungle, and you hope to find him alive. I do hope you find him. I do. The jungle is a terrible, terrible place filled with all manner of snakes, tigers, orangutans. Sometimes I feel as I sit by the river, I can hear the singing of the animals and the speaking of others. And none have said much about a woman. They do speak of the snakes and the children and they speak of the terrible, terrible fates that they have succumbed to.
What are they doing with the children?
Wouldn't you like to know, Vox?
He keeps walking along, just, round, and he takes his finger and runs it across his throat. There are many, many groups here in Jalt. All of them will vie for power. And the power that they will vie for, it is minute. There are those who seek to go about things on their own, and those who have created groups and clutches in great pyramids. And in these pyramids, you may find all manner of reptilian type creatures. He watches the guide's eyes narrow.
This guy's racist.
Again, she's showing all her yuan T signs. You can see the scales on her arms now that she's no longer in the city. Like she ain't hiding it no more. She's in her territory. She's in her home.
But I know what a yuan-ti is. I know
Haven't
that
a
the
fucking clue,
that's
buddy.
one. I don't know. I can do can I do a history check? Or something?
History check.
I'd say this is the first time you've heard of them. There's only 3 people here who have any closer idea as to what a yuan-ti is. And one of them's been saying you shouldn't trust her for the longest time.
Yeah. I didn't know if I would have read about it somewhere or something, but the world doesn't get out much.
Well,
So this guy said something about snake people or something, right? What wording did he use?
Reptilian.
reptilian type people and their clutches in great pyramids.
We'll sort of look at this guy and raise his eyebrow again, and then look back at the guide. You said you could see the scales and stuff, right?
Yeah, they're on her shoulders and down or up. It almost looks kind of like scale mail, but it goes straight from flesh to this green sheen.
Yeah, Hurrell will sort of turn around and shoot a glance at the guide, and sort of tilt his head. Yes, why don't you tell us more about that? I mean, you seem to know more than anybody else. And I'll sort of point at her skin and shrug.
I try to distance myself from my kin. They are not the nicest of people. Ritualistic human sacrifice is their game. Of course, if you were to come across one of their great pyramids, you could, by all means, go in there and, well, is it genocide or just straight murder? However you wish to rationalize what you do to them, that's your motives. Either way, I am stuck with the stigmatism of my people, and you have hired me, but make it no secret how much you seem to despise me in certain places.
Oh, and I really couldn't care less. I have better things to worry about.
I'm glad to hear you're not like your kin, and I will not judge you as one of them, as you seem to detest them as much as I do people that aren't truthful.
Hurl sort of gestures to Amber and Brutus. We're not exactly the welcome sort around anyways. It's not like we're this ecstatic love of the people. I think I get called more names than I do my own. So, as long as they're not killing us in our sleep, I can't say that I really care.
Oh, no. I know that people will not kill you in their sleep. They will tie you to an altar, and they will stick a dagger in your belly and rip it up. And they will feed you to their young in their creche.
Yes,
For
yes,
free?
yes. I don't really care.
Normal people wouldn't do such a thing. But this one, he once more points to the guide. He then kind of gets really, really quite close to you, Amber, as he whispers in your ear. Do you really trust her? Truly.
Her actions haven't shown anything but helpfulness. She has a job, we pay her for that job, and she hasn't done anything that makes me think she's not fit for the job. If I were to judge people by the color of the skin, I would be homeless or dead.
I'll need to remember that one. Never heard that one before. But I have heard a great many things.
What? Not to do racism?
No,
Why
no,
is that
no.
the profound wisdom?
Most of the people I have heard come through here and they talk about the heat. Or they talk about all the dinosaurs and the weird things they are yet to see. Most of them don't even remember my name.
Well, let me change the stigmatism. What's your name, my friend? I'll make sure to remember it.
My name is Araktukshani. Ziri. Ikareth. Burrell. Make an insight check.
Oh well.
It's not hard to notice this. However, a 9 just doesn't cut it. Burrell, however, you watch. As he says this, you watch as the guide's eyes widen as Amber puts her hand out as he says this.
I don't put my hand out. I'm not touching this weirdo.
Oh, regardless, roll initiative.
Oh god.
I was just about to do a message cantrip being like, I thought we were killing this guy.
So I can tell you that the whole time that people, as if he's sort of been behind him with a hand up, is like asking a question in school.
Oh, you've been behind the you've been behind the hunter the entire time?
Yes, yeah. So I'm not like in direct line of sight, so he wouldn't have seen me put my hand up. I've been wanting to ask a question when he was talking.
Okay, so he's facing all of you. So he was technically behind Amber, so you're technically in front of him. Do you want me to move you to like back here-ish?
No, just if he's looking at Amber, so I wouldn't be like right in line of him looking at Amber as well. That's all. So here's fine if he's concentrating on Amber for a bit.
Whereabouts? Just hold X and ping it for me. It's like one space over or something?
He's fine.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, he's fine.
Let's see, there's the hunter. This is like so skewed because it classes Artemis as a hostile.
That's amazing.
Yeah, when he's not, but it defaults.
You can change the
It defaults everybody to hostile though. Which is
Can't you just set it in like the token setting of like what somebody's marked as?
It can indeed. Where's everybody else? I'm noticing that we've got a distinct lack of everybody in initiative.
I clicked it.
You clicked it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. 6 people. Sweet.
What triggers the initiative? Like what makes us go fight mode?
Oh, the fact that he's attacking you.
Oh, fun.
Oh,
I'm gonna quickly change our music to something a bit more.
Should have done this like 10 minutes ago.
The art of surprise, my dear. The art of surprise. Crossing the bridge of Haraxis. I don't know what this means, but fuck it. Hey, hi, so this is probably a good time to go ahead and put a pause on it, take a break, do whatever we need to do. We're going to go through some quick adverts real quick, and then we'll get right back to the game at hand. First and foremost, we are still available on Patreon and Coffee. Links are above, name is above here. There's now a ton of maps for different AD&D modules, some Dragonlance stuff in there as well, and some stuff that I've actually used in games as well. So go ahead, take a little look. You can support me on there if you wish. You can just subscribe here. Dealer's choice, either way. It's got stuff on it now. Now we are still partnered with the guys over at AdverntureOn. Yes, we are with them. Community of now over 1,000 members who are here playing D&D. Be that Play by Post, Foundry, Roll20, Owlbear. It's there, ready to play. Plenty of DMs, even more players. Open welcome community. Links below and also on screen. Enjoy. So there's a go live time. This is when games will go live here on YouTube and you'll be able to see them. So that is firstly in the Europeans, 8 PM CEST, 7 PM GMT. In the States, that's 2 PM EST, 1 PM CST, and 11 AM PST. On Mondays we head up to the frigid north of the Sword Coast once more to Icewind Dale to face the rime of the Frostmaiden. On Tuesdays we trade the frost with the tropics as we head down to Chult for Tomb of Annihilation to stop the death curse. On Thursdays we keep things eldritch with Vecna, Eve of Ruin, the 1-20 game where I even bring in new dungeon masters to run it with me as a player. Things are getting weird now. Keeping us firmly in the northern part of the Sword Coast, every second Saturday DM King takes me and a bunch of mates through the lost mine of Phandelver where we try to find the obelisks and what lies below. I managed to stay in all of my clothes the whole time, so without further ado, let's get back to the game. Oh, this is combat music? Really? Really, this is combat music?
Shouldn't Brutus also roll initiative?
That's who I'm missing! There he is. Brutus got a 9 in that initiative. But I will say, based off of this guy and based off of Hurel, for it, he will go to make a surprise attack as like Hurel notices the guide and goes to do something, whatever you do. That kind of alerts Amber as to what's going on as Amber pulls back. You watch as the hand comes up in an almost uppercut-like fashion. Amber.
I don't notice that my charmer isn't active, so I'll. No, I just didn't click it off, but like that's something we agreed as like cast at the start.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna make him laugh.
Yep. Grab the shite. You are going to make him laugh with a funny joke.
Yeah.
Wait. As you give off the funny joke and you give it that and he kind of looks at you and... You're not very funny, my friend. You are. Honestly.
Fuck!
Don't quit your day job.
My day job is finding people, not being funny. Brutus, get him! Fetch me that
Whistles.
sword!
Anything else?
I'm gonna risk it and run away.
Sweet. He wraps scimitar towards yourself. A 19 to hit for 7.
This is not a commoner.
He can have any weapon he
told
wants as a
you.
commoner.
We should have killed him like 10 minutes ago.
That hits, yes, that's half my HP gone.
Did it else return?
Negative.
Cool. Now I'm going to move us over to Artus. Give me a little sec. Artus's sheet is really weird. He has spells, but it's not in a standard spell format.
Oh, gross.
Oh god.
It's part of an item.
Oh god.
What?
He has a staff of power.
So if you didn't know, this guy has a whole book to him about him.
Does he
Oh, what
really?
the hell?
Yeah, a whole storybook in 2nd edition.
Like
Or
a
1st edition.
novel type? Like the Dresd
A
stuff?
novel. Yep,
Oh.
a novel.
Had I known that.
I missed the last Mythal.
Im-
I need to finish that.
It might even be a trilogy, but I only read one book about him.
He watches,
I hope he has Ring of Fireball or something.
watches he
Just
takes
cast
his
it right
hands and
there.
as he does fires out like that and you watch as I'm going to use Silda to cast this spell, but it will be cast as Artus because she has the spell as well. You watch as the ground seems to
Oh, Lord.
move rather odd, and then you watch as there's very small little icicles that seem to just form in places as the light seems to shine, and you watch as he kind of moves back a fair bit.
What spell was that?
Spike growth.
Oh, okay.
As he kind of moves on. Don't take a step closer, masked one and ugly one.
That's fucked up.
Masked one.
I'm gonna take a few steps.
It gives you like a thumbs up and a nod as you start moving backwards.
I'm gonna hit him with the classic.
Eldritch Blast. Got it! God damn it!
A 9 will miss.
Aw,
Don't know where the damages went, but
it doesn't matter.
yeah.
I'm just gonna keep my distance. I don't have the capabilities of being aggressive yet.
Yep.
That's... Hey, man. Gotta do something with the Hexblade. For now, though, I'm not... That's a bit...
Okay. The hunter. He will take a since he's moving towards Gark, I'm gonna ask Gark to roll 4d4 for me, please. 12, fucking nice damage. As this guy takes 12 points of damage, he is then going to come up to you. And let me just read this real quick. He will. Yeah, okay, that's a weird one. Sure. He will walk on up to you, and as he does, like, you watch as like he is pained. As he does, he, regardless of how you look, runs towards you, taking his hands, one towards like your face and the other towards your elbow, like your shoulder, and just leans in aggressively, expanding his jaw almost quite large, and completely fucking misses. Aziri.
Didn't even do anything to him.
Does he look? Does he still look like a normal human, or that last thing look really odd and weird?
That looked really odd and weird. That mouth extended quite far. But he's still human. He's quite tall and slender, but muscular. He's only slightly taller than the tallest person in this party, I would say.
What that mouth do?
Killing you, probably.
Nuh-uh. I'll use the power of friendship to protect myself.
I'm going to step up to him and I'm going to attempt to grapple him.
Sure. Want to go ahead and
is
do
going.
that? I got a feeling I know this
He's
is
going
going
to
to fill up.
he's going to make a saving throw.
DC is 8 plus proficiency plus your strength.
Yeah.
Under your unarmed strike, you can click it and you'll get grapple and it'll give me your DC. 8 plus proficiency 10.
Interesting. Cool.
I think you're 13 for your save though.
Yeah, 13 sounds right.
Yeah, 13. So he will... I was looking at the Dex versus Con there, man. That's a close contest. Wow, my brother, the deck was stacked in your favour. He's grappled.
And I've used 5 feet.
Mhm.
So I'm going to use 10 more and put him away from 5.
Cool. You want to roll me 4d4 there, Tom?
That's insanely smart, I love it.
12 again! Nice!
The same dice
then-
as well, just different order.
And then looking at him, Does he still look human? Does he look something weird or freaky now? I'm like holding him up close, smelling him, type thing.
He still looks perfectly fine, perfectly human. I will say,
Cool.
now that you're closer, you're noticing that his shadows cast on his face. The darkness seems to change on those shadows in weird ways. Did it else
That's
return?
weird enough. Yeah, I have to make a wisdom save. See if I'm freaked out. Yeah, I'm gonna rage.
You're gonna rage as a
Oh my
bonus
God,
action?
Yeah.
On this turn, yep, no bar. I'm not going on you just now. As you get very angry, you start screaming in this guy's ear.
But it's in pain and agony as flames erupt from my body and scars. It's like luminous flames and start sort of like scorching me. Something's weird.
The guide, she will. I've got her sheet over here. There we go. Just because this is imported really funny. Sweet, sweet, sweet. She's got +6 to hit. 16 and 23. As you watch, she just kind of takes the bow and arrow, like starts firing. As you watch, as both the arrows just and impact. And as they do, the hunter looks at her. My friend, was that supposed to hurt? Her eyes widen, and she starts to make steps. Icareth.
I mean, we already had an Eldritch Blast this turn, so I guess it's time for something else.
You don't got Repelling Blast?
Maybe.
Maybe.
Slingshot!
Can I use my inspiration for that?
Yeah?
Then I'll just...
12 hits.
Well, it's better.
For 6 as you... you watch the little beat just goes... Yeah?
I mean, 6 is fine for me, but wouldn't it normally be the 4?
Vox.
Because
It doesn't matter.
inspiration... Okay, yeah,
Vox.
whatever. Also, I want to use radiant damage instead of bludgeoning.
What feature is that?
According... True Strike.
True Strike.
Yeah, also True Strike, it should add...
Guided by a flash of insight, you make one melee attack on your resting time. Use your spellcast ability.
Oh yeah, I should have
Melee.
used my charisma instead of... But whatever, if it's
I
just
would
anyway.
say on that one there, that's something you would declare before making the attack.
Okay, fair enough.
So yeah. However, I will say still, as you watch as once more your little pellet flies forth, and as it does, smacks him. Where do you want to hit him out of curiosity?
Just the face.
You like smack him right in the face, like as it just
on the
hits,
cheek.
you watch it just smacks dead in and then immediately drops dead. And as he just kind of looks at you again as... You're pathetic. Did anything else at your turn?
Let me just see. I don't think so. I'll walk a bit to the side, and that's my turn.
Brutus. Yeah, I feel Brutus will just do the crossbow here, that's what he's known for. Why change anything? He photo-bodied. I rolled twice, I'm so used to it being above level 5. See, 14 for 8 hits, and once more you watch as that crossbow bolt just... You watch as he tries to just like pin him in the leg, and as it does, you watch as the bolt very clearly impacts the knee before just shooting off into the ground on the other side. You're a bit enough more than you can chew clearly.
What the fuck is this guy's deal? I'm
Clive.
so confused.
What is your malfunction, brother?
No, that's helpful.
Yeah. And while he does so, not you today. While he does so, Suki, want to imbue the sword, the wrapped
Yep.
great sword and managers, with a thunderous smite.
Oui, oui.
If it is, I would like to ask, does the smite make this attack magical as well, or is it only?
Only the smite's attack is classed as magical.
Well, that's fucked up.
So your damage die
Read
here.
the spell. Yeah, just check the reason of the spell though. It has changed before.
Yeah, thunderous smite here. We're ring thunder 300 feet. Okay, damage attack. Additionally, if the creature is your strength saving throw or pushed 10 foot away at prone condition. Sweet.
Before this happened, though, I would like to ask out of character, but you can also pull up that fuck around and find out, Graf. Would this also move Aziri if he fails?
No, it technically breaks Aziri's grapple.
Alright.
So,
Will he pummels it like a fucking baseball bat?
so a 22 does hit, which is good. And if the creature, additionally, if the target is a creature, yeah, because I'm just going to waste a spell slot on a fucking box. So strength saving throw, fails the strength saving throw, takes 9 thunder damage, and is pushed back 10 foot, breaking the grapple. Did anyone else your turn?
It falls prone.
Maybe roll some d4s.
Yeah, Gark, roll some d4s.
How many?
11.
And he also falls prone.
Prone. Yep, I'm looking for the little thing here. There we go. Did anyone else your turn?
Yes, I will move back to hit.
Amber.
He's injured. Actually, he's prone, but I don't have any dex save spells, so I'm gonna ding dong his ditch.
Yeah.
Here you go. D12.
He fails, taking a further 7 points of necrotic damage.
Okay.
Did anyone else?
I'm gonna shout at him. What the? What the fuck are ya? You're not a human.
Did anyone else?
Does he respond? If not, no.
We'll see. Artus. Artus really can't do much here. He has a lot of spells, but they're all area of effect. And he has a longbow and a dagger. So he will just stand here giving a thumbs up, letting everybody know he's still concentrating.
Moral support.
Yep.
I'm going
Ratman,
to
you've got this.
move here, and I'm gonna cast this great, a goodie, a great even.
Yeah. Dissonant whispers. Oh man, you just like fail every wisdom saving throw, don't you, brother? Psychic damage on a failed save. It must immediately use its reaction if available to move as far away from you as it can, using the safest route.
Better take that fucking D4, bro.
There is no technically safe route here. He's taking damage regardless.
Well,
There is-
safest.
True.
No, you gotta pick one. They're all
you know-
equally the same amount of safe, so.
You know, he's also prone, so he's got half movement.
Yeah. So.
Why would you tell him that?
Because it means that he's in the area of effect longer, and I want this man to hurt.
That's true.
I want to
How's that-
break his bones and pierce his flesh and eat his brain.
This is where shit gets real fun then. 30 halved is 15, halved again, based off of that, is 7, rounded down, would be 5.
Why is it double half?
Because it's not
it's difficult
classed,
terrain.
it's not classed as difficult terrain if you're prone. It's just half movement if you don't have a speed for it.
Yeah,
Oh.
so why is it double? Oh, right, it's by growth. Okay.
Yeah. So technically speaking, he moves 5 foot. I'll roll 2d4.
Yay.
For a total, because the damage type does not matter, it's 12, 18. Nice. Anything else your turn?
I'm gonna move here. Just open line of sight, and that'll be it.
Okay. The hunter takes time. He'll stand on up. That's half his movement. He's got 5 foot left, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see. We'll play the game called What Do I See? Because I genuinely do not know what I see. There are walls around everywhere. Clive can be seen. You can all be seen. It is a target-rich environment here. No, we're not using 4s. We are not using 4s, D4, you dick. There we go, 1, Clive. He takes his longbow, and he will...
Do I get any type of cover with this skull being in front of me?
No, that's what I was checking. Walling-wise, yeah, the shadow starts on this point and doesn't even grace your lips.
Personally, if I was part of an elite race that has been surviving in the jungle and some violin opera singing Nepo baby my ass, I'd be mad.
Gark, your AC being 16, he hits you 18 for 4.
Alright.
Then he will...
That's it?
Yep.
Oh.
Then he'll take 5 foot of movement, and I'll roll that one there this time. Wow, of course. I ain't making it up, guys. I, like... Sorry. 2. 0.
Well, guess I'm going to fuck around and find out. I am going to leap using these.
The boots of springing. Let's see, so while you with these boots, speed becomes 30 unless it's higher. Isn't reduced by carrying excess weight. On each of your turns, you can jump up to 30 foot, spending only 10 foot of movement. So you need to spend 10 foot and you can leap 30.
I'd like to go on top of the skull here.
Okay. That's 20 foot away. So, how are you spending your 10 foot is what I'll ask first.
What do you mean?
You need to spend... Is it not...
No, it's not like a running jump. It's just
cool.
a...
It's
Would
30,
you-
it's 30 stages
so
for 10. I misread
have
it wrong.
20 feet movement left after or before I jump.
No, I misread it and thought that you had to make like 10 foot of movement to then just move to jump 30 feet. But this is like a standing leap 30 foot. So you just bang. You are, I will say this here, let's say about 5 foot up.
And then screaming in agony using reckless.
Yep.
I'm going to swing at him with my maul.
Yeah. Alt for advantage. .22 for 11 hits.
What is the
You wish
the
to
mini attack
any-
thing mean?
It's when you click down on certain things now. So certain things have their, like certain weapons you can do one-handed or two-handed. So rather than holding V, it's like you click the weapon and it's like, do you want to do it one-handed or two-handed? And that's just the name it gives.
Okay.
Can he make a due to
Con save?
Can he make a Constitution saving throw DC 13?
This guy is just like shitting it in all of his saves, guys. Absolutely shitting it. As you
If he fails, he goes prone.
Yep. As you smack him with it, as you watch, is like, it doesn't phase him, the hit, but the follow through that causes him just like fall back like onto his back is he's surprised by that one.
This man's gonna have nightmares about spike growth later.
You doing anything else with your turn?
No, that's my turn.
Okay. The guide. Literally can't see shit. So she will move on over. She now sees and again, the man is just like lying there. And so, she will, in a desperate plea, will try to just make sure this man goes nowhere. You watch as she fires out from her hand, and this thick web seems to come on out. DC 0 dexterity saving throw. Thank you very much for importing this. What's your spell save, Darwin? This one is cool. So he needs to make that save as that comes in, and I want to check because I don't think prone gives the condition the way that Ruby thinks it is, but I'm going to double check it to be safe because that is the nice and right thing to do. Rose and Prone. Yes. Burning. Prone. Tax affected it. Yep. So just makes the save normally. Which is, yeah, being prone does not affect dex saves.
That's new. I don't like that.
It's always been the case.
No.
Fails it, so is now stuck there. Done anything else with... Are you doing anything else with your turn, Matthew? No, Matthew. Okay, Matthew. We'll move it on. Icarith.
It's out of interest. What's the condition he has now?
Prone and restrained is a web spell. I believe it's restrained, isn't it? Restrained.
Is it an action to climb on top of here, or is it just movement?
It's not high, so I would just say it's going to cost you double movement to get up on it.
Okay, then I'll do that. So to here is then 10 foot. If you could move me, perhaps, because
you're trying to get
there's
onto
a wall.
the... Yep, bam bam.
Yep.
You are up to the 5 foot mark. There you go, buddy.
And then I can just walk regularly, I suppose? Or...
Yeah, regular walking.
So that's 20 foot then. 25.
Take a little moment whilst I... Gotta stop drinking water when I'm playing it, really.
And it's not an inspiration roll, but Ichvirath has been inspired to do force damage, apparently. So he'll use Eldritch Blast.
Yay!
Hey.
It's a disadvantage, I'm afraid.
Ah, because he's prone.
Yep.
Roll that 20, it's fine.
I can't disadvantage that. Yeah, okay.
You
I'll just roll again.
another d20.
Yeah.
That
It's okay, it's still hit.
So it's a 19 for 13.
Hell yeah. Max damage, brother.
I rolled a second time for disadvantage. Yeah, you heard. Sorry.
The perks of the wireless headset. For 13
Yeah.
points of damage, doth in fact hit the bitch. Poof, did anything else your turn?
I'll take another. Wait, do I still have movement? Wait, that was 10. 20, 25. Yeah, I still have 5 foot. So I'll walk over there.
So you're saying that prior to that you just... Oh, there we go. Kill him, never mind. Head, don't worry. Yeah. Did you fire that off, get to the edge of this skull, and you hit the bitch? Did anything else your turn?
Well, I don't think there is much else I can do with a bonus action. So yeah, that's my turn.
Okay. Brutus literally cannot do anything. So he will give the help action, I suppose, to... I don't know, Clive. He's feeling generous. I was gonna look at Clive, hand on shoulder, and give him a crisp thumbs up, and be like, "You got this, buddy."
Alright, if I can try. We'd like to try and climb this thing.
Yeah. So 10, 20.
Oh, this fucking fight is just people climbing on these skulls.
Could you?
25?
Thank you. Well, I am inside of a wall, so I'm assuming he's here.
Oh.
I know, right?
There you go.
Oh, there we go. Well, yeah, I would like to do a plunging attack. Once again, stroking the shit out of my bandaged sword. Can you move me over here, please?
Jump on.
Please stop
into here. You come on down.
Please stop stroking your sword.
On you go.
Please don't judge me and my carnal relation with my sword. Thank you. My phallic-shaped weapon.
And this attack
no.
just got disadvantage.
What?
You have
I have
advantage.
disadvantage?
Yeah, you called it phallic, and I didn't like that.
Oh, okay.
Joking. An 18
And,
hits. Crit fish if you want, son.
Oh, right. Crit fish.
Max damage, what I want.
Shit.
Oh, so close.
So, what do you mean?
It was higher than 14, so it gets closer, right? Sharp.
We don't know if it's a fiend or undead yet.
You don't know if it's a fiend or undead yet, no.
Right. Well, we'll use his sword to hit it.
You come on down, bright shining. The creature takes 8 radiant damage.
Let's do roll 2d6.
What? Yeah, why did it roll 2d6?
I didn't even notice that.
Let me change
You
that.
can you can take the 8, or you can roll 2d8 and take whatever that gives you, regardless if it's lower, just because it is good damage. But if you want to go ahead, by all means. 9, an additional 1. Hey, knock that off just now. There you go. I'll get that sorted, because that's really annoying that it's done that.
Does this hunter look to be affected?
No.
Okay.
He takes the radiant damage as is.
Okay. And have to knock that off.
His eyes get a bit vertical looking though.
Oh, that's a bonus action. Yeah, that's all me.
Amber. Ruby.
Shouldn't Claymore get damage from the spikes?
No, because I didn't move through them.
Didn't move through it, he just moved into it. So if he moves again, he is now in that issue.
Okay.
It's one of those ones that gets me as well, so don't worry.
Ding dong. Kill this bitch.
Not this time. You ding the bell and it kind of like looks. You can see the blood and such pouring from it, but it doesn't necessarily seem to care.
Or did I move?
That 2d8, don't know why it's done that. Gark, you know how to change it to 2d8, right?
Yeah.
No, you're then.
Yeah.
Did it else, Ruben?
You said his eyes get vertical?
For the person who's standing right next to it to see, yes.
Okay.
For you, some 30 foot away,
Well,
there's a
that's my
man
turn.
webbed.
Kinky.
Artus will move a little closer, knowing the edges of his spike. He's an idiot. Poodle.
Threw off my own. Yeah, I guess we just do this. Or he, he's still prone, so it'll be a disadvantage, right?
Yes.
I'll just do it again.
Why is it not rolling your damage?
I don't know.
Because he's harmless.
Yeah, Zor's a lover, not a fighter.
Well, what is love? You're not fighting for it, you know?
It actually has not imparted any damage here at all. How nice. 1d10. Do you have Agonizing Blast?
I don't think so.
With only one
do
level
not
in
know.
Warlock, that's not possible.
I typically take it, but it's not my features. I'm also only level 1 in Warlock, so...
There we go. Roll a d10.
90-10.
Nice.
Wow!
So you fire it off and boom, it just shakes him a little. Did anything else your turn?
No.
Okay. Our hunter will use half of his movement to stand up.
It can't, I don't think.
Because...
It is restrained, so it has a movement 0/0.
Oh.
I believe that's the case. But I'm...
No, I believe that is restrained. And I'll just take your word for it on that one there, because I don't think that changed. And with 0, it would have to use its action to break this in order to stand up to get movement speed. However, what this guy plans to do, it really doesn't matter too much, because it'd still be at disadvantage in that case. He will. So yeah, 0 can't move. Cool. He did. So he would still be making this attack, however he wishes, at disadvantage. And he will. Was we're going to
Is
move
it
his.
against? Because it is.
What was that?
Is it against?
Is
Is it against?
the only
'cause
person he can hit.
Straight against me.
He can only hit here because you're too far up high.
Okay.
He will grab Clive's leg and he will proceed to once more try to take a nice thick chunk out of it. A 16 will hit for 10. And Gark, could you make a con save?
Yes, of course. No,
Sweet. Aziri.
no, not sweet, not sweet.
I would like to use my bonus action to keep my rage going. As I
Okay.
would like to, because I can't reach him from where I am now, can I?
No, you would have to get down, and then technically speaking, you wouldn't move. You wouldn't be able to move until the thing. I mean, you can go down, like as long as you don't move. Actually, no, you technically would be moving because you're already in it. Sorry, heads up, master.
I'm raging, so I'm not really thinking about it, but I can't reach him easily. What I'd like to do is get close enough, as I noticed that my hammer didn't really do a lot of damage. So I'm going to sort of like just drop that and reach into my pack and pull out this rope. And I'm going to fucking hog tie this guy. So I'm going to climb down
Oh my god!
and I'm going to tie his feet together and try and tie his arms together type thing. Now,
So, right, here's if you need to climb down, you need to take damage, which means you save your bonus action for something else, because you don't need to use your bonus action to keep your rage going at that point. So if you've got any bonus actions you wish to take due to this movement, there's no fall damage because it's 5 foot. So I'll knock you off because of the wall. And then you take 5 points of the
2.
piercing. 2, yep. Well, it's magical. Does magical count?
no, it's fine. Only it's bludgeoning piercing. It's
Okay, so you then hog tie a bitch. Make me a sleight of hand check using your intelligence modifier.
I don't need to do that.
Oh, is that just the thing you can? Oh
It
yeah,
says
it's built in. Right?
You can bind an unwilling creature with the rope only if the creature has a grappled, incapacitated, or restrained condition.
Ah, these new
If
rules.
the creature's legs are bound, it has a restrained condition. Escaping the rope requires the action to make a dexterity 15 acrobatics check as an action,
So you're restraining this bitch with rope.
Yep.
Okay.
as well as a spell. Effectively, I'm trying to hog tie him.
Yeah. Did it else your turn?
Nope.
Okay. The guide. Yeah, she's in like. She's also concentrating this, so she really can't do too much.
Do I have to make a save against the web?
I think it's only when web is cast, if I'm not mistaken. Conjure mass sticky web spell 20 foot. Webs are immune. Okay. That aren't anchored between 2 points. Da 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 da. Each creature that starts its turn in the webs or enters during its turn must make a dex save. Yeah, technically speaking, else you're restrained. And you are also restrained.
Let me just check. I think I have something that might give me advantage.
I believe. Hold on, let me check. Let me do a double check here.
Yeah, I have danger sense.
Not just that. I don't know if danger sense would apply to this one. What?
You have
think danger
advantage on dexterity saving throws unless I have the incapacitated condition.
Oh, they've just
Yeah,
said
I
you have
think
advantage, and they've just blanketed it now.
It was always blanketed, just with really weird wording.
No, you had to be like aware of what was causing the
Yeah, like
save.
you could only do it if like you saw the trap coming at you. So, you can roll the d20 again. You got +2. You're fine. Silva at this
That's
point.
my turn.
Yep. A 17 and a. Yep. She fires 2 arrows off at it now that it's kind of bloodied. And it looks over and is like, I can't do anything. Icareth.
Well, I think there is one option that seems better than other options, which is, what is the button for disadvantage again?
Control.
It's shift control.
18 hits for 10, which does 10 damage. Did anything else your turn?
Let me think about that. No.
Okay. Brutus will give words of encouragement. It's all I really can do from here. Clive.
Why isn't Brutus just climbing?
Brutus has
Well-
absolutely no magic whatsoever
But he has a crossbow. He can like climb up here and just shoot down.
and do 0 damage.
True.
He's stupid, but he
I-
ain't that stupid.
But it would still be annoying, like a mosquito. You know, also mosquitoes do 0 damage, but you still don't want to get bitten.
I will do this and take the dodge action.
Heal yourself for 4.
Yes.
Okay.
Dodge, dodge,
Number.
dodge, dodge.
Ding dong dish this bitch.
He
There
6.
you go. Asshole. Then I'm gonna step to cover because this guy don't like me. That's my turn.
Okay. He could. He. Artus, you get so much movement. Yeah, Artus will skirt the edges of his thing. He will look at you as down there as he has entered this. Are we just killing it? Or does it survive? Please no, not all at once.
It is
I
alive
am
for
screaming
now.
in pain. I am screaming in pain and agony, not really paying attention to anything.
Ichthrath can answer that it's still alive now, but I don't think the intention is to keep it this way.
Then he will place his hand forward, and because of how broken this is, that is the legacy. We'll just, fuck it, we'll just use this one, it doesn't matter.
Where is he?
He's here.
Oh, okay.
He will jump down, taking some damage next to you. He will take his ring once more, and as he does, he'll move it finger, and he'll place his 2 fingers forward like a sort of V shape, and as he will blow down through his fingers, you just watch as There's this huge cone of ice just up. I know for a fact that 8d8 can do more than 16 points of damage.
Did this motherfucker just cast a cone of cold?
Yes.
Whatever he's getting himself into.
41 points of damage, which this guy could dex save, but regardless, he has 16 points of health. So, Aziri, apologies. You watch as the hunter perishes. As he does, you watch as in the ice, the human form vanishes to a more feline look.
Oh my god, he's a furry.
Yous all get divided here. Oh, this guy is not worth that. He was, how much again? He's all get 183 points of experience. Added to your sheet automatically.
Yeah.
And he watches the feline look of this man turns to a more tiger-esque look. See, web and shit is dropped.
Oh, is he one of those Habibi type guys?
No, that there is a Rakshala. A Rakshasa.
I think I have an inkling of what he might be.
Well, is he a Rakshasa? Because Habib,
If he was a Rakshasa, you think he would have?
yeah.
You think he would have went down like that?
No. I don't know, I'm just saying. Those are also cats.
Rakshasas are immune to any spells below 6th level. Spike growth is a 2nd level spell.
By the way, that's changed in 2024.
What's it changed to now?
It's own. I think it's something like if it has to take a saving throw, if it fails, it takes half. That's the only damage it can take.
Evasion.
Something like that.
So-
Aziri is still screaming and just smashing this creature's head into the ice.
Ifrit will climb down from the thing.
Can Clive
The
make
skull.
some kind of check to try and calm Aziri down a little bit? Like sing a lullaby
sure,
or
sure.
something? Well, you can't really sign a lullaby, I suppose.
You can just like
Oh.
offer kind strokes on the back and like pats. But then it's
Oh,
okay.
good.
Your dad's down now.
There's fire coming out of Aziri as she's raging. By the way,
That's
Like,
alright. He
flip
can
it from there.
take
Oh, that's so awesome.
I don't know what kind of check you want me to make, so I'll do this.
Why do
I'll
people
do it,
make
yeah.
rolls?
She just calms down.
People make rolls when I have glasses off and I'm fucking blind.
It's alright. You got a high enough roll that she starts to calm down, but she's like panting, and the flames disappear. And once again, she's there in pain and standing there.
Oh, Clive will sign you, okay?
She just signs back, pain, same, light.
I'm looking at it here. Yeah, the
Rest.
Rakshasa just passes all the saves.
Big sigh.
Cool.
So, holy shit, that is fucking
Yeah, that's not-
creatures like Avatar of Tiamat have things like limited magic immunity, where it's like 3rd level or lower. This is everything. Anyway,
She looks
Sorry,
at you. Are you still hurt, Clive?
yeah, but he can get himself. Unless you want to be very nice.
And
and-
she reaches out and does her duty and heals you a bit. 6 hit points.
Does a duty. Thank you.
Just the same light that was coming out in flames just appears in her hand, and as she touches you, heals you.
Oh, blatant liar. So I think I know what was just happened. To try and justify it in character, Clive has seen shape changes before, and they've been evil. He can deduct a little bit that this thing was evil and the shape changer.
It changed shape when it died. Yeah.
I wanted to ask Arthur something, but he can't sign. I'll sign to Aziri. Can you ask Artus. If what this is, shape changer.
She
Could I
looks
look
at
it up
Artus
in
and
my-
goes,
Yeah.
Chappie, my friend here asks if you know what this is. He says something about shape changer, and she's like panting as she says it.
This man's going to be called Chappie for the rest of the campaign from you, isn't he, Tom?
Yep,
Chappie and Arthur.
your accent's that good.
Or bad.
The
The South African accent had to go to someone, and this guy's important enough, I guess.
Yeah, just immediately I was taken to that film.
He looks upon the body. Inspects it.
Could I look it up in my book as well?
It's not in
Nice, Yuki.
Volos.
Goddammit.
What the fuck is the use of Volos? Nothing's in it.
Well, this is just a monster manual creature. He looks. That there. Tiger. Batman,
Yeah.
Bat Tiger. It's a
Tiger Man.
hunter in these woods. Not encountered any myself. But I imagine we may encounter more if we hit the Mesro.
Why does he sound like New Zealand? He's from New Zealand.
Because the New Zealand and the South African accent is very easy to slip between.
He sounds like Taika with
You need to hit those consonants so hard for the South African, and like the New Zealand seems to just flow in with it, and it doesn't help that I want this guy to be friendly sounding, and the South African accent can be quite harsh and not inviting, and this guy is like he's pure, is
We're going to do a party, mate. Oh, I can't do fucking Australian.
Yeah, brother, gotta do a party.
Quick, get Scalpel in here.
I wasn't trying to be southern. That was supposed to be Australian. So we're hogging a Barbie, mate.
Frankie,
Um,
mate.
does
Maybe.
Amber still look hurt? Because I vaguely remember her token being one and all blood.
Yes.
Yes,
Amber is not
she's
looking
still
great.
hurt.
Oh,
We'll
she's right on that halfway point.
walk up to her and sign thank you for your assistance, and extends his hand for a shake.
She hesitantly accepts the shake.
Cool.
Cool.
Here you go.
Awesome, perfect.
Funnily enough,
I
the
don't-
exact amount you needed.
Oh, sweet. All right. Does anyone else look hurt?
I am perfectly fine.
All right. I'll walk up to you and extend his hand.
And ich
Most
vielleicht
intense, but
climb down.
non-deadliest fight.
She's still stuck up there.
I'll get you down, buddy.
Hey, thanks.
Sorry, as you're doing this, I went down a quick wormhole, and yeah, he had 4, 3 novels and 1 short story. This Artus guy.
it's,
I got so much work to do with this guy now. Damn it, Tom.
All right. Clive will sign to 0, but Tom is unfortunately BRB. Can you ask Arthur whether or not we can harvest this thing? We can help him, and then hopefully she'll tell Arthur that.
I will interpret that Aziri would. He will look at Aziri and yourself. You'd have to wait for the ice to melt.
Oh right, fucking cone of cold freezes things.
No way.
Yeah, and any creature that dies becomes a popsicle for like 12 fucking hours or
Yeah, no.
something.
Forgot about that part. Alright, ill-sized shit.
What if we just take one of his arms and shave down the ice into a shape?
Yeah. What if I just do this to the ice? Try and crack it.
You shatter into the ice, you watch as it... And a bunch of little tiger cubes.
Alright. Do they look edible?
Make a wisdom saving throw. Make a wisdom check for me. Sure.
He'll does he have a pouch left? Let's see. Shit, he does not. Never mind. He'll leave it be.
God damn it.
You say that to me.
I was just writing down that you picked it up, and it's like, well, there's a scribble.
Well, I don't have a pouch. I'd love to pick it up, but
That's alright.
I'm hogging Horal's fucking vial. I'm hogging someone else's vest and someone else's pouch and a chest. Taking everyone's containers.
But yeah.
Actually, sorry, no, yeah. He'll puts them in the pockets of his vestments. I'm very sorry. They'll melt anyway, so there'll be little bits and pieces of it, like a little trail mix. If you'd allow me.
Yeah. That's cool.
Alright.
I've notated it down. I would say, you can get enough in your pockets to a comfortable amount for about a ration's worth. Because it is still quite cold, I think. To get it that cold and to do that, you are looking at like liquid nitrogen levels here. But yeah, as Artus kind of looks at you, Mizro, so you day south of here? You got any plans prior or after? And now he's rushing.
Well, alright, Clive can't really...
He's shouting this out for anybody, he's not just talking to you.
Oh, okay.
He's well aware that talking to you is quite literally talking to a brick wall. So whilst he looks round at everybody and like kind of draws eye contact, he merely just glazes over you.
Yeah, he doesn't want to speak.
Ziri doesn't talk because she's got her shovel out and he's chipping away at the ice trying to get her rope back.
Ice shattered. Your rope easily enough. That's there. You just gotta let it thaw out a little bit. It's more like a thorn whip right now.
I suppose we don't really have many plans to go over. Just see what's up with Mesro, see if we can find any leads there, find anything interesting. We're kind of like lost due to wandering, and we thought Mesro was somewhat of an interesting place to visit first. Do some sightseeing if nothing else happens.
The guy kind of looks at him. They truly are lost puppies in the wind.
I don't think you're wrong with that one, not gonna lie.
But they've paid me, and I am theirs for the next... You watch as she starts counting, and one of the weird things you notice about her counting method is she counts everything by the joints on her fingers, as opposed to using straight fingers herself.
She counts in 12s, base 12 system.
Yeah.
Does she do the 60 or the 144 version? Where if you get the 12, do you like do a finger down or do you move up a digit?
It doesn't necessarily matter because...
Oh, we're only up to 5.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7... She's only deducting 8 from this. They got me for another 22 days. Then looks at her and... What's your plans after that? I guess we'll see how much gold they can come up with, but I'm theirs if they'll continue to have me. Or if they'd rather someone else like that Bicheku, then, you know. But they have to get back to Port Nyanzaru themselves. I'm sure that you know the way, right?
No, not at all.
Figures.
It's north and across the river. That's about all I know.
Well, Itchy, you can do the walk in. I'd rather go with a guide. Seeing as I nearly walked the wrong direction entirely the first time I tried to lead the party, so...
Twice they've done that. Twice they tried to turn back to Port Nyanzaru.
What can I say? I have a strong feeling towards the Northerns, okay?
What?
I really like going north. Got a problem with that?
Is this, well, knowing you, this is either serious or a sexual innuendo, so I don't know what you're talking
Oh
about.
no, if it was sexual innuendo, I would say I would rather go down south, but...
What? Dude, this is why I don't understand you sometimes.
That's fine, I'm just taking the piss out of you.
Let's head on a little bit more, unless anybody wants to do anything else here. I'm sure
Let's fucking go.
I'm sure your time with the... And she once again says something in her native tongue. I'm sure you've enjoyed that. She starts to move on further. See, day progresses. Artus and Salada have a few little conversations with each other. Nothing too major, nothing out of the ordinary. A little, oh, I've been here, have you been there? Oh, I've been here, have you been there? What are you doing? Where are you from? What's going on? You know, nothing too major.
Where did you come from? Where did you go?
But in the end of it all, she looks around. Probably best we take our time and relax for the rest of the night. What do we say?
We go
Sounds like a good plan to me.
Did we move yet? Like on the map?
Yes. Oh wow. Okay.
I seem to remember that we would be able to travel a further distance today.
You've already moved your 2.
Oh, really?
Yep. I moved it over whilst you... Rather than flicking it back and forth, which caused Tom to freeze up and such, I've just moved it that way. So I've moved you on your 2nd, so you don't need to worry.
Okay.
Making good progress, boys.
I'm looking out for all these.
Then I suppose it is time to... While there's still a bit of light. Is there still a bit of light?
Still a bit of light, yeah. It's like it's fucking late in the morning. Remember,
Then
you moved 2 hexes on the pace that you would move 1. So your 2 hexes, which is 10 hours. Your 1 hex is also 10 hours. You basically move at a fast pace, and provided the roll is correct, you travel 2 hexes instead of 1. So, you know.
Okay. Then I would like to hunt. Wait, firstly, what do I use to hunt? I use a sling. And what do I hunt? I hunt... That's ground animals, so...
He's got all that fucking rolled.
Some type of salamander, maybe?
Oh, gecko on a stick, ladies and gentlemen. It's gecko on a stick.
Yes. Are there any such geckos?
Well, we'll run that as things.
Honestly.
Run that as things goes. This is now technically our camping for the night, shall we say? I'll just move us back to there. So as Eucalyptus is out doing his hunt, its carnal desires. What is everybody else doing? I'm never going to say that again. Don't worry.
Clive will sign to someone really whether or not we should maybe take a break in Port Castiglione first before moving on to Mesro, because it's not really a detour and we could stock up on rations and stuff.
Head where, sorry?
Port Castiglione. Castiglione? Whatever.
No.
Because it's really not a detour, and then we can also follow the river, so we have more safety. Stock up on rations, get a good night's rest.
I mean, it is 110 instead of 80 miles.
Okay.
But
He'll suggest it, You don't.
Ifrat will be fine with it if other people agree.
No, please, no. Not all at once.
Alright. I mean, silent, and you agree.
I say we continue our path towards Mesro first, as that's what the goal we've set right now. We could go to the port, but I don't think we're starving just yet. We also don't have any money to spend, at least I don't.
Clive has quite a lot of money.
Well, we also have our 2 guides or helpers to pay out, so...
It's like a 1 day. It's not going to cost us like $500,000, but all right, we'll sign. If you are that sadistic, masochistic, both.
I'm so fucking tired. Holy shit.
I will say, no shit. I'm sorry.
No, it's IRL. I took 3rd level exhaustion. Feels like.
The party all sets around, and Ikareth goes off to do his own thing.
Aziri would like to do something.
Yeah,
before
what
we
you up
set
to?
up. He would like to take the backpack that she found and her mama's cooking pot, the iron pot, and try and copy and set up a rudimentary thing that the guide has that collects water. Is it a water catcher or something like that? Using the backpack sort of like as a catching, and they store it into the pot.
Okay, yeah. So you make this makeshift thing. Let's see here.
Mama's cooking pot.
Since you're so vocal about these things, Amber, what are you doing?
Fuck. I have no idea.
Amber dash useless. Brutus, same pot. Don't worry.
Yeah. No, I'm genuinely out of it today.
Hurrell, you've been quiet. Anything you wish to do? This is before watches, by the way. This is before any watches. This is just what you're doing as you set up camp. I feel like I'm good.
So when I got my pact, did I get the weapon? I took it, right? Or did I not
the weapon?
Yeah, the sword or whatever.
You need to do the ritual for that. The hex blade is literally inside you, fused to you materialistically. Like
Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, I didn't know if I had it. Or,
It's like a little sword baby.
yeah, so I want to do that.
Yep. So that takes an hour, sure.
away my rights. I'm still mad about that. They could be martial weapons, right? Because you get that with Hexblade.
It is technically a martial weapon. You have a rapier. So the
Well,
rapier...
I have a rapier.
Yes.
But you can also...
At higher
If you apply
levels.
Hexblade, you can create one.
At higher level, I believe.
Higher level? I thought you just got it with it.
As the... I think everything just vanished in Warlock. Okay, and then Eldritch Invocation Pact to the Blade. You have... Game 1 Invocation, prerequisites. Okay. So, no, please, by all means, just tell me what this fucking does. It does not want to say what it does. How nice. God damn it. Pretty sure Pact to the Blade lets you summon your... Initially, I'm pretty sure it lets you summon your weapon, your bonded weapon that you've created, and then it's later on it lets you just create weapons, period. I'm going to check that just now.
And I know they changed it recently, so I'm trying to find the one that's like...
IX Pact there is technically now in 2024 rules as well, like that. Bard Warlock. D&D Beyond is like now just actually doing stuff for itself, which is good.
You can use your action to create a pact weapon in your empty hand. You can choose the form this melee weapon takes each time you create it. You are proficient with it while you wield it.
You know that's just a bonus action, right? You don't have to necessarily do that over the long rest.
No, it says you can transform... Oh, this is transforming a magic weapon, which is a ritual.
Yeah, I think it might have changed. Pact to the Blade. Since then...
From what I understand, it can be... It can be a martial weapon that isn't... It just can't be two-handed.
I need to be a weapon that you're proficient with.
No, you
Yeah,
gain
but you get
proficiency.
Yeah, you get proficiency. You get proficiency with medium armor, shields, and martial weapons with Hexblade.
So you're just creating a weapon.
Yeah, that'll
Also,
be
with
fun.
Pact of the Blade, you gain proficiency either way, regardless of whether you have it or not.
Yeah.
What weapon are you creating? What type?
Let me look. Because most things are two-handed, so I have to
They're
think about it.
one-handed, two-handed for most of your... But it specifically states, I believe it's specifically saying, as long as it's not a straight-up two-handed weapon, i.e. great sword, great axe.
Mm-hmm. Or like a bow.
Yeah, that's where the improved one came in.
Yeah, but they took that away, so...
So...
I don't see that actually. Where does it say that it can't be a two-handed weapon?
Fox, every time you say stuff like this, it's like a week behind and I'm already off the page and I could break your neck. God.
Just out of interest,
Yeah,
how
please.
does Hexblade, which is not in the 2024 selection, how does that work with the fact that you pick a level 3, don't you? In the old ones, you pick a level 1.
It still makes you pick at level 3. It gives you everything else prior, and then it actively gives you the subclass at level 3 as well. It's kind of fucked like that. It's like, it's almost like the patron is like, oh, you like that? Here, have something else. Are you ready to sign this contract yet?
Yeah, it's like, I always thought about that when they added it. I was like, how does it class until level 3? Are you like window shopping until then?
Let's see here on Pact Blade. Yeah.
It's just working because you're combining an old subclass with the new rules, aren't you? So are you just going off the old subclass, or does it
using the old subclass, but using the 2024 rule set for it.
Yeah.
To see, yeah, it says here martial, simple choice, create bond, we can't bond with magic, turn to a warlock bond, till the bond ends your proficiency, use it as a spellcasting focus. Yeah, it actually can be one or two-handed.
It can't be two-handed?
It can technically be two-handed as far as it's saying here.
But careful that it's not a heavy one if you don't have at least 13 strength, because I don't think that works. I think you still need 13 strength if it's a heavy weapon.
Most
Yeah,
two-handed
but
weapons.
I don't- You're using your charisma for that weapon, though. For
Yeah,
intensive
but
purposes.
Specific.
if it has the heavy
the-
property,
The specific
you need-
heavy
Yeah.
property states you must have a strength for it. And most of the two-handed weapons, unless it's a bow and arrow or a gun, most of the two-handed weapons are classed as heavy.
or versatile.
Yeah,
You can use
versatile.
it versatile. Yeah.
That's like your short sword, long sword. Oh, actually, no, not even short sword. That's your trident, warhammer,
Battle axe.
war pick. Yeah. There's a lot.
I mean, if you have 13 strength, then it's no problem.
I don't think Furil has 13 strength. If I remember correctly.
If you go to
Furil has
Waterdeep,
8
if you go to
strength.
Waterdeep and get a dictionary and look up the word twink, there's just a photo.
Yeah.
I'm gonna let you
Yeah, who
figure
else is
out which
twink?
weapon it is whilst I see what everyone else is doing. Yeah.
Yeah, so the hunting, are there
Clive.
geckos around that can be hunted?
We'll find out. Clive, what are you doing right now? Before
I
the
kind
watch.
of want to befriend Arthur a little bit, so I'll walk up to him. I know he won't understand me, but I'll sign, "Are you interested in the occult?" and take out these two things that I found in the wherever the fuck it was.
Yep.
And kind of hold them out to him and point at them or tap the book, and then gesture like, "You want?"
Serpentine cults. And
These aren't the actual titles of the book, by the way. This is just what Clive.
you'll take first one, give it a quick scan over, and you'll then say Serpentine cults, and you'll look at it a bit more and peek it over. It's been a while since I've been to the Serpentiles, but wouldn't recommend it, personally. Yanti are everywhere. There's that, and it looks over again at the guide who, she's kind of like doing her own thing. He then like takes the other book and kind of like looking through it. Is this something you've encountered before?
He nods. And he'll tap the bandages on his sword.
He looks. We'll look over the sword once more. They were going to sacrifice you with that?
He doesn't unwrap it, by the way. It stays wrapped forever.
Yeah, we'll look over it. It's still big, you've got it wrapped for a reason.
He'll shrug and then gives a thumbs up. Nod, I mean, not a thumbs up. Shrug and nod.
We've dodged an arrow there, friend. You could have been used to bring a god into this world. That would have been detrimental for everybody.
Gives a smile. His black teeth showing. Crooked.
Should
He'll
lay off the drugs.
He'll write down on a little piece of paper. Thank you for your help in the fight. It hurt me pretty badly. I have token of gratitude for you. And he'll show it to him. I don't know if he reacts at all, but
I don't know what this
From-
token of gratitude is, my guy.
from an inside pocket inside of his armor pulls out tenderly packaged with little bow on it, a string, you know, glitters, stickers. He'll unwrap it and give it to him.
It's used underwear.
Yeah.
Tiny bird eggs inside. I don't remember where we got this.
Hunting.
Oh, tiny bird egg, and he'll give it to him, tenderly caressing, like this is my child. And then I swear to God, if Artus just fucking eats it on the spot. Yeah. I can't
If this is your
sign.
child and you want to share it, does that mean you want to have a child with this guy?
No. We already have a child. It's like a co-parenting thing.
He like takes the egg and like holds it in his hand and looks at it. This is a macaw egg. You know what a macaw is, right?
Does he know? He's seen a parrot before.
Make a nature
Does he
check.
know that? No. He'll shake his head.
Watches he stands there, and he does. Looks up at the distance. Watches the hears the noise echoes off, and after a moment you hear from the other sides this incessant just cawing. Barret, careful, the tricksters. Not as bad as the grung, but still tricksters nonetheless.
Man, it's full of surprises. I don't think he knows what a grung is, so I won't bother with that part. He'll write something on a paper. He'll write down word friend, and then he'll sign the word friend, and then point towards friend written on paper, and then sign the word again, and then point to Arthur, and then smile.
Dun dun, where's your stat block, Artus? Where's your stat block? Don't read too much into that, I just want to check something.
It's alright. You know, money word for my life. Turns out this guy's got, amycophobia. He's going to kill all of us, man. Jesus Christ, Suki.
Oh
How are
boy!
you not playing?
Oh boy, he's
He
able.
looks- He kind of looks at you as he starts the hand stuff. In 100 years, didn't think I'd have to learn another language. He watches you like trying his hardest to comprehend. I'll get there. I'll learn this language for you. I think. I'll try. We have a few days on the road. In the jungle.
He'll sign the word cool. Doesn't know what it means, but he'll sign it, and then he'll sign friend again, and then he just kind of keeps walking. That's that. Just wanted to make a little companion.
Cool.
I also wanted to do something else, but I forgot. So I'll do that.
Come on, have you finally managed to pick a fucking packed weapon yet?
Sorry, right. I also wanted to. Never mind. I'll get to that later.
No, I was just reading on people's posts, and people are saying that Hex Warrior gives people access to heavy weapons, regardless of their strength stat.
Where?
Because I think it depends on how you interpret it, because it says you use your charisma modifier instead of strength or dexterity for the attack and damage rolls, but it also, some people are saying that it just, it's how you interpret it and what you choose to do it at your own table.
So I'm gonna rule it this way now for the safety of it. We're using a different rule set to when those rules were made and applied. Heavy now is its own specific thing that specifically states you must be using your strength. Heavy is the specific rule generally that overwrites the rule of your subclass. That's the way
Okay.
I interpret that.
Because some people were saying, like, well, it's eldritch magic. It would make sense if it just let you wield it. And I'm like, I don't know about that. So if we're doing something separate from that, then I'm probably going to do a longsword.
You in long sword. I'll delete the. But the difference. I'll just throw a fucking long sword on there. Long.
Is it a katana?
Ah!
It's so edgy.
Yeah, I know. Just
Those
go
are-
from you. Is it a katana?
Those are two very different things.
I was just planning on having it be a normal one.
No. A longsword is the equivalent of a katana. It can easily be it because a katana can be used two-handed. That's a longsword.
Monster summoning, D&D Beyond Adventures, items.
A katana is always two-handed.
You can use a katana one-handed.
I think it depends on what kind of katana it is, because there's different kinds.
Because you see them fight with the scabbard in the other hand.
Yeah, in anime.
No, you see it do normal.
Engineer.
If you what they mean by two-handed, have you seen the Zweihanders? You know those massive claymore-like swords? That's
Yeah.
two-handed swords. That's what they mean by two-handed swords. A katana is a longsword because you can use it one or two-handed.
In
Well,
that
there's different
sense-
kinds of katanas, I'm pretty sure. Like different forms.
Yeah, but they have different names. They're not called katana.
Yeah.
If they're shorter.
Katana, I believe, is the general sword name. And then I'm gonna quickly. It's now called Packed Longsword, and you now have a +5 to hit with it.
Yay!
As you stand there, after thinking on it for like most of the night on it, it's like, oh, fuck do I want here? And then it comes to you as you create this longsword. As it apparates in your hand, you see this rounded handle. The sword guard then turns into this almost half circle. The sword seems to just form itself out from what seems like pure light. As it does, it's a very, very, very shiny looking sword. And it seems to have this tinge of orange in it, even when you look at it through away from the fire. And as you start to
Watch out, I'm coming for his job.
you start to create this, you feel elated. I know what I want, I know what I need, I know what I must do. The back of your mind, pushed way, way down, and feel this very small, very faint feeling of dread and despair that you are
Help?
easily able to bat off. As our boy Igoreth is out there hunting. Igoreth, you want to roll me a d20 real quick there, buddy?
A D20 or survival?
D20. And then roll me a survival. As you are hunting in the cold, deep dark areas outside. It's going well. It's going nice. You are looking for iguanas and lizards and all of these other reptilian type creatures, shall we say.
Yeah, but not government officials, huh?
Looking for a president.
You find the Prime Minister. He's just standing there, menacingly.
Is it the Dutch Prime Minister? Because I've heard those are
Yes.
edible.
Yes.
That's a deep cut. I'm not Dutch. It's a deep cut for your ribby. For me, it's fine.
No, I found it hilarious. We should do it more.
As you are moving through, I'm gonna very quickly Just take the Icarus token, move it over here. As you are away from the party, doing your own thing. Hunting, as you do. Things are going well, for the most part. You find yourself a iguana or such. As you look at them though, you realise you're going to need quite a few of these creatures as, you know, pigeons and seagulls are one thing, but these guys are considerably smaller and a lot less meatier, shall we say. But as you are moving through with everything that you do, enjoying life to the finest, make a perception check for me.
If it's a 17, I'm... Okay, well, at least it's not a 17.
That's okay. So you start to move, and you walk, and you walk. And then you walk no more. You feel your leg just be grappled and held. I almost dragged out an attack and not a creature token. As you have been focused so much on all of your little reptiles, you didn't quite notice that the hunter had become the hunted. Roll initiative, please. Everybody else can roll in on this if they wish. It'll be completely dependent upon what Icarus does, but, you know, saves us rolling in later. You're a lot further than 70 foot. I'm just going to point that out right now. I would say it would take 3 rounds of dashing for anybody to get to you.
Is it within hearing range though? Or like if I yell?
3 rounds of dashing. Yeah, they would hear you if you yelled. But that would be your action, I'm going to say.
Yelling is
the very evil laugh.
Talking about our passive perception. Well, because our passive perception is really bad as a group. I think Hurl has the highest perception of the whole group.
Really?
Yes.
Yes. We're really bad.
I'm going to say it's your
Dark
action
could be worse
because
if
you're
I find it.
surprised. And you don't
My
get a
wisdom
reaction.
is 10.
Gark has a -7.
Well, do you have you have proficiency in perception now?
Do I? I don't remember.
Because I don't.
Yeah, and
You see?
Pepsi doesn't either, and I don't.
Oh, I do.
We're really bad. We're really bad.
Roll the rest of the party in. As Brutus, I ain't gonna put some combat music on right. Hopefully, fingers crossed, it doesn't take you a week to kill a snake. Hopefully.
This is gonna be like the fucking zombie all over again.
If I'm surprised, should I then roll initiative again? Because surprise is just... Or are we working with the old surprise rules? I don't remember.
I'll be honest, I've just forgotten what the ruling is to it there, so, you know, just to...
Disadvantage on initiative.
I mean, sure, if you want to roll a d20 again, I won't stop you.
Well, I suppose it stays at 15.
I suppose it stays where it was. So, you get surprise on this. The creature will hit you
Does
with
it get advantage as well?
I think it's only disadvantage on the surprised
Only disadvantage.
creatures.
Okay, yeah.
Creature done 2d8 plus 4 bludgeoning for 9. And you are also technically restrained. This is poor Icareth is all I'm going to say here, but you know, you never know what can happen next. Oh wow, okay, yeah, you are in levels of shit. And then we then go to what would be round 2. Brutus, I don't know, he's playing with Jellin or 4 friends. I don't know. Icareth.
Is there a way to get... Can I make maybe an athletics check to get myself out of being restrained?
Breaking the grapple here is just restrained, so it just says here that you need to make a DC 16. I'm assuming that's going to be strength.
In the old ones, you could choose dexterity or strength when you escape. I don't know what the new one is though.
Yeah, this is a 20. This is still the 2020. It's still a 2014 monster. So it's saying just grappled. So go dealer's choice in that case then.
So is it acrobatics or athletics, or is it dexterity or strength?
It's athletics or acrobatics.
So I can, okay, then I'll go for acrobatics. If the DM gives thumbs up.
Yeah. So I'm checking what it is on the new one, and the new one's just even weirder. It's just a strength saving throw DC 14. The constrict is...
Yeah, because grapple's changed.
Yeah. So yeah, you can go with that one if you want. Yeah.
So acrobatics or?
Yeah.
Okay. That would be an action, I assume.
It doesn't say so.
Yes.
So, this human face on the snake is really
Yeah,
turning me off.
it is off-putting, right? Not just me.
So I would be able to, for example, guidance myself before rolling acrobatics.
Because it doesn't say... Because there are ones that say you specifically need to use your action, this one doesn't say that, so I'm going to say you're not going to use your action to do it, so you could, as your action, guide yourself on this check.
Would have been look like, please God, let this work.
God, with the elevator music. Ding, 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 ding. He's just looking at like, the tactless sea or something.
Is this like a very hard... like, am I being restrained very hard, or is this... Should this be pretty easy to get out of?
DC 16.
Yeah, I think I'll... guidance myself. Well, that doesn't help so much, but my acrobatics may be okay. No, it's not. Okay, well... I am going to do what Horel needs like multiple hours over, and I'm going to bonus action Pact of the Blade, summon a rapier.
Okay. You bonus action summon yourself a rapier. God, if only it was in your sheet. I'll put one in for you just now. Don't worry, honey.
It's a magical one.
It's classed as magical for the purpose of overcoming, but it's not a +1.
Yeah, but just magical as in it's made out of whatever it is. It's not a real rapier.
It's one of those fake ones.
Yeah.
It'll be a real rapier soon, though. It just has to pass Jiminy Cricket's tests. Yeah, as you
can also, I'll also put the weight on at 0 since there's no.
Yep. You conjure that up. Do anything else your
turn? Well, I can't move, I assume. Which means that I have nothing else that I can do, and I assume I'm dead.
Amber.
Do I hear anything?
Oh, really? But, you know, you also weren't doing anything prior, so you've had some time. Is there anything you would be doing now?
I think I would be trying to make the hat fit better.
Yep. Just tinkering with the hat, sure, that's fine.
Yeah, tinkering with the hat, you know, making it shape, and trying to maybe hold it above the fire, but like make a little steam to make it fit better.
Yeah. As you gotta go pretty far to hunt when you've got a camp built up. Gorel, you've summoned your packed weapon. What are you doing now that that's there?
I'm probably just messing with it, like trying to get used to the grip, how it feels, getting used to wielding a weapon, period, sort of thing. Just sort of like sticking around, moving it, sort of thing.
I just imagine you're like Brutus is like teaching you like people teach golf.
Make a perception check for me.
Alright. I imagine at some point I like went over to Amber, I was like, check this.
Ooh, very nice.
We'll come back to this. Aziri, so you are making up your water catcher pot and, trying to balance it all up as best you can. You finally get it all set up now, and it's looking good and it's looking stable. Is there anything you wish to be doing else?
No.
Yeah, okay. The giant constrictor snake will look at you, Ikeda. It will start to move its mesmerization, lefts and rights, and its ups and downs. At a 12, just misses. Clive. Anything you'd be doing at this moment in time at all?
Probably tending to his wounds, because he did get... He
Hurt
got
pretty
attacked twice. Sorry, this has nothing to do with combat. I couldn't wait with this until combat's over.
That's good. You're tending to your wounds, making sure everything's good.
Because he got hit by an arrow, right?
No, bite. Teeth.
Bite. Oh, can he investigate the bite? I thought he got hit twice. Can he just be tending to the bite, see, rabies, is it infected, sepsis, whatever. That's not...
Make a medicine check, just whilst we're at that. We'll come back to you. Brutus zips up the tent, but the shadow gives you a great idea as to what he's doing. Icarith.
I think it was a good idea, so I'll try the same again. If it's a 13 again.
It only needs to... Oh, finally!
No! No!
It only needed to be a 14, that was the worst part.
Yeah. Okay, so first, since the concentration is already used, I'll just drop concentration on that. And then I run...
we'll theatre for now, yeah? Don't worry.
Yeah, 30 foot towards the camp and away from the snake. And I believe healing hands, yeah, that's an action. I can't do that anymore. I'll just quickly check. I don't think there is anything else I can do. No.
Okay. And as you run 30 from the creature,
and I would also be
I'll say,
just
sorry,
yelling.
I will say it's 2 rounds of dashing. Two rounds, sorry. Because, yeah, 3 rounds of dashing, that's quite sometimes, yeah. You're like 2 rounds of dashing away. It's like 120, so as you are running, giving it Amber, that hat is feeling quite good now. It's almost situated. It requires just a bit more touching beyond the horns. Make for me, please, and thank you, a perception check.
A perception check.
We won't come back to that. Very well.
Do you want me to roll a performance for the yellow?
My brother in Christ, a nat 1 is a nat 1 on a 1. Like, you don't hear shit. The tunnel vision is so bad. Well.
Oh God. She has autism. She can't help it.
Something's felt a little bit off recently. Not sure what, but something.
Can I take my action to do like a further investigation, perception, something to kind of follow up on whatever I'm sensing?
Yeah. You can You give in our perception check. You know that feeling that you're being followed? There's paranoia somewhere. You're getting that. You feel it's something out there is following, and you're not sure what. And
Is there like any sounds at all?
No, nothing more than the jungle sounds you've heard previously. But there's a creeping to this madness.
I'm gonna make my way to like the outskirts here. Just kind of prowl.
Don't worry, got you.
Oh, it was here. Okay, that's what I was clicking with.
You're in tents, which have walls. You come to the edge of the camp and you look around. Nothing more than what you are used to. Everything seems about right.
Just kind of walk down the edge of the river, make sure nothing's gonna jump out and eat us all.
The river seems fine for the most part. You know that a friend has bathed in the river recently, and they turned out fine. Fine.
Guess I'll just watch out here for a bit.
Yeah. Siri, I'm gonna make a perception check for me there. Now that you've done that, taking a look around, you know, it's that fucking job well done, that one. You look around a moment. Quick head count, there's one missing.
Has it been long enough that he should normally have been back by now?
Does seem like he's taking a bit of time.
In that case, I will sort of stand up, call out to Clive, and then start heading towards where I think he left the camp, type thing.
I will say, because the Eldritch Blast is like a range to it, and you really only see him use the Eldritch Blast to hunt. No trees have been shook, no birds have flown.
Did I see which way he left the camp, or would I have noticed that?
Western, north to southwestern way. Eastern, yeah, eastern, that way.
So I will call out to Clive and then just start heading over in this direction, type thing, but not really knowing where to look.
Yeah. The giant constrictor will take its movement once more to get towards yourself there, and it will do another constriction. Well, that there is a nat 1. So as you 30 foot to move, it's then tried to constrict and failed. 5.
Never thought I'd see something with no legs trip.
Seeing as he's paying a lot of attention to his wounds, would he have heard Azuri? Assuming, yeah.
It'd be one of those things. Yeah, you're attuned to that.
All right. He will step out, see Azuri, and sign, "What's up?"
He'll go itchy, and then like shrug her shoulders.
Go back inside the tent. I don't. Where is itchy? He'll sign.
Missing? That question mark.
Oh my fucking god! All right, he'll see Hurl, sign. Never mind, Hurl's the only fucking one that can't. He'll you can't really do a whole lot.
Harold's standing by the river.
Oh, okay. Well,
Have you ever seen, like, dads in Florida when it floods and they go outside and they stand, like, near the road and just cross their arms and watch it pass? That's what I'm imagining.
You're the only one in Florida. I think you're the only one who has seen dads in Florida.
No, I know exactly the kind of vibe. Like the white balances and like the
New Balance.
the
No,
socks all the way. Yeah, New Balance socks all the way up.
Yeah.
And then they look at each other and it's like, that's sure is weather, huh? I know.
Yeah, exactly.
Does
Yeah.
this mean the river is 120 feet wide?
No, there's 120 foot between you and what you're seeing over on the other side there. They are much further away. You actually can't see them. It was just a case of using the one battle map.
Yeah, so like the river is 90 foot wide in that case.
No. Just, there's not a massive enough map, but to put you all on one map rather than splitting you between them, he's just 120 foot away right now. Behind
How
some
deep-
trees and completely gone.
How deep is the water?
Ah,
Get in the
I'm
water.
so glad you asked. It varies,
Cool.
but you can't see the bottom.
Alright. Is it a raging river, or could I swim through it, potentially?
It's not raging, no, it is a slight babbling brook.
Clive is not wearing armor, by the way, seeing as we're camping. Both for the river thing and also for the snake fight.
As you take a step in and you immediately plump down and then come back up. Brutus will just very quickly... Yeah, he's got another round in him. Icareth.
Last time I checked, if you swim in suspicious jungle river water, fish swim with penis.
I don't know what film that's from, but I know the one.
Oh, I don't know if it's from a film. I'm pretty sure it's a real thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a real thing. It's a fish that does that. If you pee in it, the river.
Oh,
Yeah, they like go
The
up like
bottom
your
should be
urethra
rich.
and then
Normally-
live inside you.
It's a fish
Yeah.
that normally swims inside of the gills of a particular type of fish. I know the Dutch
Yeah.
name, I forgot the
It's
catfish. I believe.
Candida something.
Yeah,
Yeah,
oh,
Canada
it's
something,
that's a no, I think it's catfish.
guys, make me very
Yeah, it's got
uncomfortable that you all know this information.
Yeah, then
Um,
it goes into its flesh and it's warm. So that's why it swims up the pee, because it's warm, and then it goes inside your dick hole and then it attaches
I think
itself.
we've all seen the same episode of like River Monsters.
Oh, I haven't. I just know of it.
Yeah. So someone in high school once told me about it. I was like, "Oh shit, I need."
Oh
to
no,
know
I've
that."
seen a video about it.
Yeah.
It was like a TV show where I don't know if it was River Monsters or just like some.
Penis
related to,
fish.
like-
Yep, that's in my search history now.
I mean, you're a writer and an artist. You've searched up words.
That's true. This is not what I was looking for, but this is arguably funnier. Wait.
Matthew just suffering in silence.
Wait, look at this dick fish. Lord, wait.
Bob,
Fish.
please,
Actual
do,
fish.
do something.
Yeah, I'm being told to wait. So I'm
Look,
waiting.
I overrate everybody else. Do something.
I dash.
I bet.
Oh my god, what the
So
fuck?
that's 60 foot. Now there's only exactly 60 foot remaining. So now I'm exactly in the right spot. You can remove the line. Well, besides the snake.
Well, we'll
but
find
it-
out for a moment. The snake,
Yeah, okay.
the snake is not very intelligent, but it did get a nat 20, so it will take an attack of opportunity. That is a 13
13 damage.
for 13. A straight up 13 for 13, buddy. Good news, no poison damage. You go to sprint, and as you get that snap on, that birds just
Strap on?
fly.
I mean, either way, the
Amber.
dash was the only way I could have survived.
Do I
If
now
you
hear
had
anything, or is
shouted,
it
we
still?
would know where you were.
Bunch of birds just flock to the sky.
maybe I want to go hunting at some point. The other guy that went hasn't returned and has been kind of useless so far. So like, maybe I can take over. I'll roll another perception check.
Wow!
Yeah,
Wow.
this hat takes a lot of focus to shape up. Like I'm starting to finally get some sort of a brim shaped into it,
Wow!
This has like become this running gag where Amber just will not pay attention
And
to
the rolls
anything
will
outside of her
reflect it.
peripheral.
Hey, I'm not on job, I'm taking a break, I'm fixing my hat.
For real.
You know how important my hat for me is.
I'm.
Not my personality.
Can I see this like influx of birds since I'm like near the direction?
Yeah. I see influx. Exodus is the word you'd be looking for there.
Hurl sort of like looks curiously at the birds, and then at the river, and then looks at Clive like wading through it and just grimaces. It's like thinking like, do I have to?
No.
You don't have to do anything but pay taxes and die.
Hey, we're in the jungle. We're not paying shit.
As long as you don't write down somewhere what the income is that you make in the jungle.
Yeah.
It's entering text.
Hurl's going to actually go back and try back in. Probably.
Love it when you cut out like that.
Yeah, you're cutting out
I'm
again.
gonna kill myself. I'll probably just go over and
Description.
call Amber. And I would call Brutus over, but he's gone, so.
You see the shadows coming from his tent. He's exploring.
He's reading a map,
Is it what film was it? Is it Austin Powers where they have that silhouetted one where it looks like he's using a hammer to throw things into the shadow? I don't know.
The only thing I can think of where something like that happens is Hot Shots, where they're fencing with Saddam Hussein and the camera pans away. The shadows are fighting and the two guys are drinking water. And like, that's the only one I know of. I've never seen Austin Powers.
Another is someone's like on their knees reading a map in the tent, and then next to them, someone's like pulling stuff out of a bag. But it looks the shadow looks like they're pulling it out of their rear end.
I'll let you see this now.
Okay.
I will move to there and start calling out for itchy type thing, seeing if there's any kind of response.
Yeah.
And then that's in my movement. Do I get a response? Is there any kind of notion?
There is no response.
In which case, I will start to move more quickly and dash, and then use my boots to leap over the river.
Yeah.
But I'm going straight over because I don't know where he went, so I'm going straight east.
Yeah, no bother. Keeping track of your movement there, that gives me, technically you've got 100 foot to go. Cool. The snake will start to unhinge its jaws.
Oh my god, 4.
And
My favorite.
it will just start to do its thing. 5. You wade through the river. We'll say 20. So it would stop moving at that point there. 10, 20, 30. You've got 5, 10, 15. So you get 15 foot of movement, so 105.
If Vox manages to kill off a character this early in the campaign, I will actually.
Then anything else your turn, Gark? Dash kill, so 120. Kill. So 105, take away 30, 105, take away 30. Yep, don't worry. God, my math is 105, take away 30 is not my strong point. 105, 130. Sweet, 75. Brutus. Yeah, he's got another round in him. Skipped a bit. As this goes on and something happens over in the distance. I didn't say roll a death save, did I?
Oh,
That's on you for assuming. Bold of you to assume.
sure.
And I'm just checking my numbers here. Wait. Number.
Another perception check, or did
Sure.
Hero come over?
Hurl did come over, yeah? Oh. Hurl, you were
No,
done?
what's up? Amber?
Oh, were you asking me what I'm doing?
Yeah,
yeah.
he came over.
Hurl,
You said you called me over of some sorts?
yeah, Hurl sort of like walks over and like makes a waving motion. I don't know if she would have noticed him if he doesn't whistle. Some birds flew off in the distance, and I don't know if you've noticed, but one of us is missing. Are we going to go find him?
You're cutting out again. You know what? I'll make it an advantage.
Are we going to go and find him is basically what was asked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is he still 150 foot away, or do I have direct LOS from them here?
He is over 100 foot away, you do not have that LOS.
Okay. Well, can I finish my head at least?
Hurl like stops and then like opens his mouth. Here, let me cleave before I do anything so I don't cut.
Goodbye.
Blue.
Welcome.
Dun, 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 dun.
Hurl like stops and like opens his mouth in protest, and then then sort of shrugs, realizing that he doesn't really care enough. I mean, yes, I suppose he can.
Alright, let me know if you need some help. I'll be here. Nearly got a finish. Look, it almost got a brim now.
It does not almost have a brim now.
Ah, fuck you. Like I mentioned, got the fur bit, so it at least has somewhat of a shape, and I got the holes for the horns, you know.
Like you tried your hardest and you've been going at it and you're like, yeah, this looks good, but to everybody else it's just like, ugh. They'll agree with you to be nice.
I mean, I got my thief stools. They're almost leather maker stools. Like I got some shape in it.
Hurrell, you done anything with your turn?
I can't move.
I'm just checking. That's all, but yeah.
Oh.
There you go.
I'm probably just gonna go over here and like sit down next to Amber. It's like somebody else has gone off and is investigating. They're going through the river, so I don't have to, and I can sit here and do this because I don't care. And Hurl's just sort of like looking over Amber's shoulder, painstakingly watching her try to do whatever the hell she's doing.
Ziri, Phil Dash.
I'm going to be calling out for Itchy and then full dash, but I'm going to use my boots, so it's going to be 80 feet movement.
80 foot because you jump?
Yeah, I jumped for use 10 of my 60 feet to go 30 feet, so that's 50 feet left over. So that's 80 foot total I would cover. But I'm still going directly east because I don't know where he went.
Cool, so then you ordered. Yep. Giant constrictor sake will glug.
Do I hear
glug.
anything? Or see anything from where I am?
You're starting to see shapes, that's what I'll say. Starting to see shapes. Not familiar shapes, but not shapes that you would expect to see either. Clive. You have no. I'm just gonna say you've got 75 foot. So, like I said to everybody, we're theater here until we're on this line. So, you know.
Dash.
Cool. Brutus. Oh, Brutus is... Let's get one more round on him. On this.
Oh, actually, would it require an action to try and get the snake's attention to me instead of to his prey?
You don't... You came... As you're coming in, you started to see the snake.
Well, now it's within 15 feet, eh?
It's within 15 foot now, yes. You've used your action to dash. You had to use your action to actually get to see it to get there close enough.
Yeah, and now can I try and do that or not?
Well, that's where things get fun. As you see, there's another man standing there. A familiar looking man. And he's just trying to attack the snake with a big stick. And he's missing everything. As the snake just... The snaky's deep-throating Icareth is the nicest way I can put this.
Alright.
Amber, you're doing your hat, yeah?
Yeah, I'm not in a rush. I don't have a reason to rush yet.
Yo, and I'll just remove her. You guys are having a pleasant conversation, and we'll go over to Aziri.
Do I hear this sound of someone smacking a snake?
As you're getting closer, and you're gonna hear that.
Are you standing next to Brutus' tent?
You didn't. So you're close. You're hearing like thuds of something heavy hitting the ground.
And I will head that way. I'll jump
Same.
first. Move, so that's 50 feet.
Yep. And then from that, I would say by there roughly you are now seeing what's going on. And
How far away am I?
You are... I'm going to say you're about 15 foot away now that I think about it as well. Yeah, so do the math, you're about 15 foot away, so yeah.
Then I would rage and dash up to the snake.
Yeah. As you rage and dash the snake, I'll just kind of move you to here if you want to click off your Rage.
Ragus.
The great Ragus.
So back in the camp, I think you would hear Aziri's painful scream of agony.
Yep. I'll go with that. Now try to do token flips. There we go. As you scream rage and come at it, and I feel like every time I put this token, you'll see boop, familiar person standing there, big club just trying to hit the snake. It's down. Did anything else with the turn?
That's all of my actions. So no.
Aye. Can you streak the snake? At that point, I was going to say right, Dallon's working on like layer action initiative count 20 rather than rolling them in. That's just it. Snake will decide that 3 meals are quite good, but you know, it has its one, and it will start to pull back a little with just like hot part of him in the mouth. Done at that point there, well, oh finally, you roll a fucking 6, which is enough to hit. You word I will not say because there are children present, cunt. Take... Do my damage roll here, it is a d6 plus a d4 plus some additional shit as you watch as like Dallon picks up the giant club once more, and as they do, just brings it forward. Icareth, it's about this point now you're going to start making death saving throws.
And I'll do that blind, or is it private?
Private to me or blind,
Yeah.
however you wish. You just watch as the club basically comes down, and as it does, you hear a thunderous crack as the creature takes a hefty hit. 5.
Is it possible to pull Itchy out, or is the thing too big for that?
I would say contesting a grapple on this one. It's just in his mouth, like it's just in. She is just in its mouth.
Does the snake look hurt at all?
Does what?
Does the snake look hurt at all?
Oh yeah, that crack from Dallin definitely did it.
Alright. In that case, I think it's more likely that he will hit it than that he can pull it out. But he will sign to Aziri, maybe try and pull Itchy out.
Aziri screams in agony.
I'm too weak.
Beast in
And
that fire.
he'll take his wrapped greatsword, always has it with him, and will try and hit.
17 for 8 will hit.
In that case, I will also do this.
Cool.
Imbue it with a thunderous might in hopes of killing it quicker. And I'm assuming if it's prone, it's easier to pull it out.
Okay, right, cool. Okay, I see how it is, right, yeah. Cool. Creature has to make a strength save, fail, 6 additional. I had to think about how that works there, because it used to be you had to do that first, but now you don't. Yet the creature is now prone and 10 foot away. Did it know?
And he'll walk closer to... Oh, he can only move this close. Wait, can he? Oh, right, yeah, movement speed. Yeah, he's signed. Hopefully Aziri isn't in too much pain to understand.
You just hear a very relieved from Brutus's tent. Egroth, I'm going to take your first death roll that you already sent to me. Aziri.
I am going to run over to the snake.
Yeah.
And sort of like try and pull it out, but the way I'm going to do it is I'm going to try and get my hands either side of him into the snake's mouth, and then
technically each is out.
Rip the snake's. She's out.
The Thunder Smite moves at 10 foot, and it was
so
technically a grapple, is the way I was saying it, because he was unconscious. Okay. So you're free to do whatever you want.
Oh shit! All right, well, let's slay this beast.
Well done, Clive. So, as I'm having to reload, can you just run me over and I'm going to recklessly smash the snake?
Okay.
With my hammer.
Really glad you cleared that up before it went too far. Recklessly attack, 19 for 8 plus 2 makes 10. Boop! As you do that, and cave the snake, just hammer up and just crack its skull directly in half. There is all of those rations there. That's like 10 rations, yo.
Yo! Did the snake actually have a human face, or was it just...
That's just the token, I think, but that's fucking scary.
Yeah, it's a naga.
That's the thing. That's just a giant constrictor snake token.
What does the animal look like in the book?
Oh, we have another thing. So as you crack that down, I forgot about that initiative order. You crack that down, then it would be. Dallin on initiative count 20 would come in. I would say that's a 2. Gark, what do you wish to do with your turn?
Well, we have some left. I do. I will try and be a human defibrillator.
For 3 hit points, as you are brought back up to the world of the living once more. Are you correct? That 2 true. All going in some way, shape, or form to someone's plans somewhere. Not really to my plan though, but you know, it's been a long time. Yeah, I know. I feel like I'm gonna stop.
Oh no, it's all right. It's all right. Don't worry. Aziri, seeing that Ichi's back alive, is going to grab the snake and drag it back to the camp, keeping her rage going,
Gonna fucking...
using bonus action. And then when she gets to the camp and she sees those two fuckers sitting down and one in the tent, still screaming in agony, she's going to throw the body of the snake right at the two of them, start screaming, "Listen, you fuckers! We are here together! You fucking help! Don't just sit there doing fuck all while someone is not being killed and eaten. If I see it happen again, I'm going to break both your heads, like this snake."
Well, I apologize. I didn't know this was happening. Where was it happening? I didn't see anything. I didn't hear anything. I was a little busy
You
with my
need to
hat.
start being a team. Because we're not going to help you and support you if you're not able to do it back.
Over in the distance, the guide and Artemis are like,
Did we leave that one behind with a stick?
what was that?
The one guy with the stick.
Oh yeah, he'll join them and I'm like, ooh.
I will also do this quickly.
Killing hands
what?
upon yourself.
Oh, okay, yeah. Perfect. Okay, nice.
Don't worry. This is
In front of
Plus
those two, keeping the flaming rage going. So I don't know if I can't remember if Quinn heard this, but Ziri has scars all over her body that you can see, and from those comes this like ethereal flame when she rages and screaming. You can see like her face is like pained in agony type thing as these flames are pouring from her. Keeping that going and looking at the two of you, she starts to butcher the snake. I think it's because I don't know if I know at some point rage helps me with some skills, so that's why I'm keeping it going. I don't know if it does that yet or not.
Talking about butchering, how many geckos did I actually manage to, or how many rations worth of salamanders and geckos and whatever?
0,
You
buddy.
said I was killing a bunch.
Killing a bunch, then a snake knocks you out.
Fair enough. Ifrit will say his thanks to the 3 companions, I guess, because Dalen is also back.
As
Did our party just go to like 10 minutes? Oh no, 9.
don't worry, as the butchering goes on, the mood gets real weird. Good thing we have a whole long rest to contend with this. Next week.
Who is this?
If you'd been here, you'd know.